listening to Mixed Results Pot Tots with Nick and Kevin, rolling dice, flipping cards, and diving deep into your favorite stories. Hey!
And welcome back. I'm Kevin with Mixed Gaming 190 and my co-host
Nick with Unexpected Results MTG, and our guest today.
Hi, I'm TM Alters.
TM. Welcome in.
We are very excited to have you. We've been mentioning this in the pre-podcast chat. We always see each other like ships in the night, missing each other as one starting a live or creating content of some kind. And it's been nice to get a chance to finally meet you and talk to you in person.
So much same, like the time zone differences are so annoying sometimes,
Yes.
but happy we can be here.
Yes. Well, we should get started. What is your name and how old are you?
My real name is Maut, and I am 25 years old.
Okay, can you say your name again? Mouts?
Maut, yeah, it's a Dutch name, so the best pronunciation in English is mouth, but
Mouth?
it's a bit weird too. Yeah, Maut.
Okay. Sorry if I butchered it.
You can call me TM any day. I chose that name specifically because my name is
Okay.
very difficult to pronounce in English.
Okay, cool.
Do you see that like quite often where you're just like, no, let's skip past it. You can just go to TM.
For English speakers, yes. They try, but especially the ow is like difficult to pronounce because it doesn't exist in the English vocabulary.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I like TM.
That's one thing is the English vocabulary doesn't make sense either. So I don't know why we have to be so picky and why we can't pronounce things, because that's one thing I've noticed is like, yeah, there is a learning curve for a lot of people across different cultures and languages, but like we butcher it to a point where it's like, nope, this is the way we're saying it.
Yep. If you don't know, then okay.
I love that about it though so much.
I can't stand it.
I just find it hilarious, and all the different accents as well. Like potato. I find it funny. I mispronounce both probably, but I don't care.
How do you... What, the crayon? Crayon?
I say crayon.
Crayon?
But my English accent goes everywhere. I've heard like, oh, that word is from there, and that pronunciation is from there.
Yep.
And
It's localized.
I was talking with Infinite Mana last night, and he was talking about where he's from in the United States, and I was like, oh, so do you have that particular accent? He's like, oh, no, I've kind of moved all over. And I was like, oh, so you have an amalgamation of just vomit mouth, just where all the worst pronunciations are put together into one. And he's like, yeah, basically.
I love that. I love that.
Well, TM, we've mentioned that we're ships passing in the night. Where are you from?
I am from the Netherlands in Europe. Small country, but
I've always been a fan of the Netherlands. It is a very beautiful country.
that's good to hear.
Would you agree? Is that something that just a United States person looking in?
I think it's always that people have a thing when they see their country too much, so they don't see the pretty things as much as people traveling into it. Like a friend of mine, Jana, she's also in the chat, she visited Amsterdam. She's like, whoa, this and whoa, that. I'm like, that's normal for me. Oh, yeah, that is pretty. So I can agree, but it being so, it doesn't have hills. It's such a flat country. I'm sometimes like, what do you have to see? Yeah.
But it's still very green, correct?
Yeah.
That's one thing I don't think we as Americans are used to, is seeing flat land and it being very green. It's usually just really expansive farmland that are these like rowed out lands, or it's just flat and dry and ugly. So when you're saying so it's like when you're saying it's flat and it's like, yeah, but is it beautiful and green?
It is green. Yeah, they in the government here really try to. We have very narrow roads. That's one thing I hear Americans say when they visit the Netherlands. They're like, "How do you drive on these?" Like a car wide, no more. It's like you can pass. But they do that so that they can add trees and bushes also within the cities and stuff.
It's really
It's
cool.
very fun, very pretty.
Well, you there, Nick?
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Well, TM, what
Okay.
was life growing up? Siblings, what activities did you do as a kid?
Oh, that's a fun question. I am very privileged to have, in my opinion, a very good youth. I have one sister. Is 10 years older than me, so she always acted more as not per se a mother figure. That 10 years is not that big of an age, but she always took care of me. So I feel like I had the privilege to stay younger for a bit longer. Um, like if I never had to have a babysitter or I never had to take care of some grown-up stuff because she was always there. Um, and very supportive parents. They always like you do what you want to do and what you believe you can do and try to get to the best point in the thing that you do. So it didn't matter if I studied arts or became a doctor, but I would still push yourself and try to grow. I really love that.
I
I
love
see
that too.
Mana also in the chat. Hi.
Man,
Sorry.
no, you're good. I love that too. From supportive parents, it makes a big difference in your child's life, and even for me, it was very important knowing that I am accepted to do anything I want, and they'll support me.
Exactly, yeah.
My parents were very much open into whatever we wanted to do, but we had to be doing something. That
Yeah.
was the one thing. It's just like, I don't care what you do, but you got to be doing something. So just staying involved, playing. I mean, I played a lot of sports. What kind of were you? We talked about there's going to be a lot of cultural differences in the activities, kind of where we've been growing up. What was your youth like organized activities like? Were there a lot of different things you attended as a kid, whether it was sports or rec programs?
Well, talking about cultural difference, there
Hmm.
was a thing, and I'm gonna say how it's called, but it's way different than what you think it is. It's called Carnival.
Mhm.
In yours, I heard it was like parades and feathers and that kind of stuff. Here, it's drinking and practically our Halloween. Like we don't
Okay.
celebrate Halloween over here, and that is our chance. That party is our chance to dress up weird and do that kind of stuff. And my family was involved in a lot of that stuff, and there was a dance group with it, which was like I don't want to say athletic dancing, but like you had to throw your leg up and hold it, or fall in the what's it called in English when you do your legs like wee
The
Good.
splits.
splits. Thank you. You're gonna find often that I cannot find specific words because English is still my second language. Um, but yeah, that kind of stuff. It was very fun, and my sister did it. So when I was young, like, oh, I want to be like my big sister. So I also
Very
wanted to
cool.
do it. And my parents were in the organization of that kind of stuff. So we literally traveled with our family to do cyanide dance performance and that kind of stuff.
Awesome. Very cool.
Yeah.
So you were a dancer and also a festival curator of sorts.
I must say, I am very bad in very busy places. So that was the part I didn't like, but I loved the
Uh,
dancing. I'm not personally not very much a party person. I don't drink. I am very much an inside homie. But it was fun to perform and be in a community in that sense. Yes.
very cool.
Awesome.
Well, you kind of mentioned you're a homebody. A lot of people know you from your altars, obviously. But what do you do outside of making altars and content on different platforms?
I very scarily also paint a lot outside of the stream still, but like on canvas and that kind of stuff. But I am also still studying psychology besides it. I want to do both as a job. My dream is to work 3 days either altering or as a psychologist, and the other 2 days as the other. That's my life goal, actually.
Wow.
So yeah, I am still busy with that on the site a lot of the time. Momentarily, I have a gap here, but I am working at a company as administrative help with psychologists.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Huh. Didn't know altars is kind of a side gig for you then,
Um,
right now.
I don't know. Both is like a thing I really want to achieve and I see as
Hmm.
a thing. Both sometimes feel like the side thing of the other, which is difficult because they're so vastly different. And I make money with both, so it's fun. I don't know. I love them both. Yeah.
Now, a lot of people say art is very therapeutic. For some people like me, it can be very untherapeutic. Um, but is that something that you kind of hope as a goal too, to kind of take your love and passion for art and your obviously love for helping people through psychology and using both those to help people?
I love this question because this was my initial goal. I wanted to be an art therapist at the beginning. Like, to paint a picture, I first studied game art for 4 years, specifically to make games. Wasn't my vibe in the end, so switched to art. And then I switched to psychology. And that switch, I had to make a choice. Do I want to be how do you say it, an art therapist, or do I want to study to be a therapist, like a talk therapist? And I find the choice very difficult. In the end, I chose to keep them very separate. I found this difficult, but I'm very happy with the choice I made back then because now art is really art, and trying to help people, I can focus on them. Not saying I will not mix them in the future, but for now, I'm happy to have both my worlds and enjoy both of them.
Yeah,
That's
that's
awesome.
that's good. As someone, I mean, I worked with kids a lot in my earlier years. Was whether it was before and after school programs and summer camp programs, and that's one thing when I dealt with difficult parts where in therapy you're dealing with nothing but the difficult parts. It's hard to not take those problems and situations home with you. So
Mm.
I can see where separating the two would be very healthy for you. So it's not like, when you're going home doing the art therapy for yourself, it's now going back to like, oh, what you did at work today with the art therapy you were doing. So that's cool.
Yeah, precisely.
A very healthy choice.
Yeah. Well, being into art and having that set aside, what was your earliest memory of being interested in making art?
I I find this question very fun and interesting because I don't know. I've been
Hmm.
making
No.
art as long as I can remember, even if it's like stupid doodles. Um, I remember, I don't know which school this is for you guys, because school systems, again, way different, way different. But I think I was like between the ages of 13 and 15 that I really thought I'm gonna take this seriously. And do it as a hobby, like not just when I have time, but like I want to get better. So that I would say, as if I have to name an age, I was the age I was like, yeah, I got this.
Okay. Did you
So it was
ever?
always some. Oh, go ahead.
No, just whenever you were young, do you remember ever doing like macaroni art? I don't know if that's something you guys do over there. We do it. We just
I
get.
don't remember it, but I do remember my mom had in our hallway with to the door full of paintings. I kid you not a
Yep.
spot on that wall was not covered. And there was a macaroni painting in there. I don't know if I
Hey.
made it or my sister,
Okay. Okay.
but there was one and it was painted gold.
Golden macaroni.
Hand,
Mm.
hand turkeys. Did you guys have any hand turkeys on your wall?
Not celebrating Thanksgiving or something might not be as turkey in the
Yep.
moment.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. I was just thinking of another traditional little kid art piece that would go on the wall.
I don't know if we have a very traditional art piece. We always got to make like birthday hats at school.
You never had to do like your own drawing of the Mona Lisa or Starry Night.
What?
No.
Was this not for everybody? I thought like everybody grew up like in the art portions of whether it was like for here elementary school,
Hmm.
so younger years, but you had to draw the Mona Lisa or draw the Starry Night,
No.
and
Nope.
no.
Nope.
No.
Oh
I
man.
do see in the comments Twad saying something. She's also Dutch and she says a hand in plaster. Like when you were very young, there was just one time in your life you had plaster and you put your handprint in there and then they hang it on the wall. And then you could compare your hand size with your siblings when they were the same age and stuff.
Hmm.
Hmm. I remember doing something like that. Oh, do you guys do the height on the door frames?
I haven't done it, but I know some people do it.
Okay.
It's
That
so
was
cool to
big in
see.
my
I wish I
family.
had it.
My oldest brother has my childhood home. Uh, so he's continuing it on with his children
Well,
in the
that's
same door.
awesome. That's really cool.
Going back to art, what is your favorite art style? Whether it's, do you prefer drawing? Uh, you mentioned that you studied game art. Is it more game art? I, I'm always blank on the Pokemon style of the main artist from there, but what is your preferred art style?
This was one of the questions where I was like, I don't have an answer for this. And yeah, that's making a funny joke. City pop. I had to make a city pop altar. It was horrible. I didn't like it. That style was not my vibe. No. Um, I think there are a lot of art styles, but there's also a lot of art that cannot really be put in boxes of styles.
Hmm.
The thing I love a lot is the diversity people can show. Um, and a lot of things you sometimes see like this is not an art style, but you can still link it to a person. I could not give my favorite art style a name, but I love seeing just paintings or also digital art that is just a bit more expressive and pushes reality with a bit of fantasy, with a bit of uncanny. Like a lot of Magic lands do this well, where you just have a landscape and then a rock floating. Just like things that cannot happen in real life,
Hmm.
but are still realistically ish made. I do love those.
I like that. It brings out more of the unnatural world and the
Yeah.
most of the time the art is just expressions too.
Indeed. What I really love about it is just real life you can make photos. Photography is also an amazing hobby I wish I could do. I'm not good
Hmm.
at it. Um, but like if you then paint or make art, like push it a bit. Go a bit beyond what is real.
Kind of
Really love.
expands the viewer's imagination a little bit from just the landscape they're seeing, but like you said, it removed from the earth and now floating. And it's like, oh, what are the possible possibilities? Because that's a lot of times the in-universe sets for Magic are set into pretty realistic atmospheres, and then
Hmm.
they have those fantastical things happen where it pushes the limits of reality.
Yeah, I love that. Indeed, you worded it perfectly.
Like that. Well, with the art, who or what is your artistic inspiration slash your muse?
I really, really love Clog Alter's work, but he's like, in my eyes, the god of magic card altering. Um, I've never talked to him or spoke to him, sadly, but he makes one altar in 2 weeks, if you're lucky, two a month, and if it appears, you're like, whoa, and it's so cool. I love him. His work is
Mhm.
amazing. If you not, check it out. Really cool work.
What was his
And you
name
said,
again? I'm sorry.
Plug altars.
Okay.
we've talked about the artist community. You guys are all the biggest fans of each other. That's one of the biggest things I love about this artist and alters community. Um, what is do you get a lot, like you said, from Clog, but are there other artists in the artist or the alter universe that really inspire you, artwork that you really enjoy kind of taking little tidbits from and applying to your own stuff?
I'm not sure. I feel like I always scroll past a lot of different work, and I admire just if I see an alter artist come by on my feed, I follow instantly because I
Mhm.
love seeing all the different ways people work and do. But I'm not sure if I like poke things from person specifically. There is one I don't dare. I'm not sure what her name is, but she really, really deserves a shout out because she's a person who like teaches and shares all her resources. Where some people gatekeep. Not a lot of the
Hmm.
alter arts community doesn't gatekeep that much, in my opinion, but some do. And she just is like, here, you have everything. You have the brand I use, how I do it. Um, I'm quickly gonna look up her name because I really want to give her a shout out because
Mhm.
She just shares without asking anything back, and I appreciate that.
And when you say
I'm
gatekeep,
gonna butcher.
no, go ahead, say it.
I'm gonna butcher the name.
Mhm.
Sylvian Customs. But yeah,
Okay.
I chatted with her a lot, and she's an artist who just teaches and doesn't gatekeep.
When you say gatekeep, do you think people are doing it on purpose, or it's just not like they're not even thinking about it?
I haven't encountered it much, but I heard it mainly from other people. That, for example, I'm now learning a new foiling technique where you can remove the layer, show the foil, but give it like a red hue with keeping the foiling. And that's a technique that has been used by people, but never shared how. And legit people said, "Why are you sharing this stuff to the person I just mentioned? Because if you don't share it, we are the only ones who are able to sell this because no one can reproduce it." So yes, I think some people do it purposefully, but I think the number of people who are doing it is very much shrinking, and I'm happy with that because what I want is more pretty art in the world. The more people painting on cards, the more joy. And I really want to, I don't know the word, but see more of that. Promote that.
Well, like you
That's what I
said
want.
too, it's more. A lot of it is people. Sometimes a lot of it is therapeutic for people doing altar, doing art, all that stuff, and so keeping that information from somebody who could have a better experience and enjoy it more it's kind of hurtful.
Yeah.
And it's tough too. It's like I do see. I don't. I'm not going to say I agree, but I see their point of view of
Mm-hmm.
the quote unquote gatekeeping. I mean, we do kind of see it similar here in just the regular magic content creation, where a lot of us followers, like you guys do in the artist community, where you'll follow each other and support each other's content, where some creators may see that as competition. They want less creators on here so they get more views and more stuff.
Yeah.
You guys obviously have another outlet of attempting to make some kind of income. And so if there's more of that product available on the market, then, you know, maybe they don't get as many sales, but that's not the point. That's again what we're going back to. It's the mentality and the reason why we're doing it's to grow the community, to get people into doing things that are therapeutic and beneficial for them, making art. It's
Mm-hmm.
giving something constructive in their life. It's why we do content. It
Mm-hmm.
brings joy to our life and allows us to be creative and build or work our brains in other ways it's not working day to day. So we should all support each other. But
No,
I
for
do
real.
understand why I don't necessarily agree.
Sometimes it is also scary. I sometimes have customers coming to me and they ask for something, and I'm like, "Ooh, this is a very good chance to do this, but I just know if I send you to this person, it will be done the way you want it." And
Mhm.
that's always a choice that is very difficult, where I know it's like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to give this away. But at the same time, you want to make the customer have the best thing. And sometimes I am very lucky for that. I have customers who say, no, 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 no. I really want you to do it. But sometimes I just feel like, no, this is what you're wanting. And giving the advice like, hey, I know, for example, this person is great at this thing. You should check them out.
That's awesome.
Sign of a good person. It's a sign of a good person.
Mm-hmm.
I
Thank
it's
you.
it, it's one thing when even when I was working my normal sales job, my retail job, my older brother works for a big cell phone company, and he's like, "Dude, you already work in retail. Come make money for me and sell phones." And it's like, well, here's the difference between my retail job and the retail job you're trying to do. It's like I have to force sales in your work environment. In my job, I convince people to buy more often than not because it's not what they're looking for. And my job as someone in customer service is to serve the customer. So if there's a better option out there for them, I'm going to make them aware of that. So
Exactly.
it's just, it,
Exactly.
it's a different mentality.
TM, I have a quick question before we get into the next one. How I know it always depends on how detailed the painting is, but is there like a time frame that you would say it takes you to finish a piece? Is there a
For
general
sure.
timeline?
We've actually been chatting about this in the stream today a lot because I'm doing a time challenge at the moment.
Hmm.
Usually I take between 5 to 10 hours depending on the complexity. Extensions usually take 2 hours. Um, but we are now doing a challenge of making an altar in 40 minutes, 4 hours, and 40 hours to
Wow.
see
Wow.
to push the limits because clock altars, my idol, they work on average 40 hours on an altar. And I was like, wait, if I push myself to do that, how will it turn out?
Hmm.
So I actually have an answer to that.
I like that.
I've always been in, uh, watch those kind of videos on TikTok anyways, where it's like I saw a guy, he had three different fabrication companies that are, experts in the industry, make him two perfect squares, and they didn't meet his specifications. And then he got someone with no training with the like highest equipment and gave him the same task, and they were perfect. So it's giving the different variations in what really cool.
Thank you.
What are some of your favorite pieces of your art, or altars that you've made that we can show to the audience?
I have sent some pictures, and mainly my most recent favorite one is the Mox Amber. I don't know if you have it to pull
Yep.
up, but it was an amazing challenge by someone. Um, this altar, yeah, you see it below now. It's so
Mm-hmm.
cool. This was such a weird challenge because, okay, I was at an event from Women in Magic. They have a lot of events. It's a group based around giving women more comfort to play
Hmm.
at games. They had a big event for that. It was very cool, very fun. And I met someone there who was working on a deck fully altered. And he said, I still have some cards left, but they are expensive and no one is willing to paint on them. Would you be open to it? I was like, yes, yes, please,
Yes.
yes. Um, and first of all, I have some clients like this. I don't mind them, but it is a challenge. They say, do what you want.
That's risky.
And that was very fun at the beginning because I made the diamond
Hmm.
and the space behind it. And then he was like, oh, you should add, what's it called again? The explosion. It has a very specific name.
Nova?
I think so. There's a word before it,
Supernova?
but I'm not gonna be sure, but it was a very difficult word, and I was like, where? And I looked it up. I was like, check. How am I gonna add this? Event Horizon, thank you, Boris.
There you go.
And can you add an Event Horizon to this? And I was like, this is gonna be way too much. How am I ever gonna get this to work on one card? You want a gem, space spiral, breaking the borders, and an Event Horizon? Where first they were, I trust you, do what you want, and then like, oh, I want this.
Yeah.
This.
So what did
Um,
you do first on this art? What did you start with? The jewel?
I always start with a background. I
Okay.
always start with a background on it. Because if I paint, it's way easier to paint something on top than to paint straight along an edge. So I always work background to foreground, but I should rephrase. First, I paint everything a base color. The base colors always look very bad. I call this the ugly teenage stage of a card, where it's just like, I hope when people join, they trust the process. And yeah, then I work from background to foreground. And this one also had shiny effects, but you can't see that well in the picture, like um, reflective effects in the event horizon and the gem.
That's cool.
I mean, the depth and complexity just in the gem alone and in the locket around it, just, oh, it's so incredibly well detailed.
Yeah, quickly
The
make it full screen.
chain, oh,
Uh,
it's
there we go.
there. That's so great.
And
That's
Thank you
you
so
don't
much.
test this on any other, like you don't test it first and print or paint on something else first, or you just go straight
Digitally, I
into it.
make always for clients. Specifically, I always make a digital mock-up before
Okay.
I paint. They have to say yes to it. I have to get a
Hmm.
confirmation on
Okay.
paper. And I always say you can change the digital design as often as you want. I can only do minor tweaks
Yeah.
to the physical one because otherwise they're gonna
Yep.
revise after I painted.
See, I love that the border too is getting enveloped
yeah.
and it's broken
Yeah.
apart. Oh,
That I just was about to say that too. I was like, I didn't notice that until right now, but the way it's fractured and framed,
hmm.
oh, so cool.
Yeah, and it also says because of the tiny brushes. Yes, I sometimes, especially for the chain in this one, I had to do such a tiny brush.
I I don't know how you, because you still have like the chain links going down quite a ways.
Yeah, I'm
So
seeing if I
that's
can find my
Oh,
small brush because they are just
single
a few
horsehair.
hairs. Yeah, it's like I don't know if camera wants to focus on it,
Oh,
but it's like just a hair almost.
that's awesome.
Camera doesn't want to focus, but that's okay.
Oh, so incredible.
well, that's one of them.
That's just one
That's
of
just
them.
one of them. What about the others?
Oh, let me see. I sended you a bunch. I
Mm-hmm.
have to quickly double check which ones.
I got the viral on Instagram.
Oh yeah, that one. That was so fun. I wanted to do something weird, and I was like, "What if I make a land cycle of optical illusions?"
It's
Whoa.
trippy. It is trippy.
And
Yeah.
this one, okay,
I
I
thought it
was
was a
on
video.
vacation. I was on vacation when I posted this. Um, and I just posted it on Instagram. On an Instagram, do note, it's very difficult
Mm-hmm.
to grow. Instagram
Oh
is
yeah.
since it's changed its algorithm.
Yep.
It's like you're not allowed anymore. And I posted this, and I went on vacation, and it was like bling 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 bling. I was like, what? And I looked, I was like, why does it have 150K views? Like, what? It
That's
was
awesome.
amazing. The whole land cycle went well, but this mountain specifically went crazy, and I am very grateful for it.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have those books as a kid? It was, for some reason, something we always did when we were younger and we went to the school library, and they had the optical illusion books where you kind of like had to put your eye really close to the page and squint and like slowly move out and it made a different picture.
I didn't, but that sounds awesome. Jeez.
Now, the optic
It
illusion
was,
ones were like you can hold the book, like look at the bottom of the book,
yeah,
and it's yeah.
there's different
I'll have to look
strategies,
that
but
up.
like
Mm-hmm.
you hold the picture like really close to your face and like cross your eyes and like slowly move it out and it makes a different picture, but it kind of looks like these optical illusions where it's mainly a bunch of geometric shapes in different
Hmm.
patterns that don't make sense. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I really I know I love personally I love optical illusions as you can see. Um, and I was like, can I do this on a magic card? And I could, and I was amazed because the people who were in my stream when I painted this, I was like, this is not gonna work. But I am painting squares because I started just with a grid. I just started with like the light red squares and the red squares, and a lot of people joined my stream and like, are you painting a picnic blanket? I was like, no, just wait, please. And then when you add the little contrast in the corners, it slowly started working, and people were like, "You are a magician. What are you doing? No, stop." The comments on this were hilarious because people were not hating that I painted on a magic card. They were hating that the illusion was working.
Yeah.
And they were like, if people play this at my pod, they're gonna be the target number one because it needs to go.
everybody in the comments saying this is AI, this isn't a real card.
I luckily never had that. I luckily never had that. But it is really
Yeah.
funny.
That's cool.
It is really funny. Ooh, one other card maybe would be very fun to show is the Sahili one, realistic one. That was my first attempt in general at realism, and I was amazed at how it turned out. I couldn't believe
Wait.
myself, and one of my followers was like, "Hey, I want you to do an altar. Do this one." please, this person. I was like, a person, yes, this person. I was like, "Ugh."
Which one is it again? Sorry.
Sahili. It's a full art with the Aurora on it, but you need to know her to know who that is.
Sorry, I'm trying to find.
It's in the last batch, just beside my profile picture. I can resend it.
No, you're good. I just can't because we're streaming on Discord. I can't mess up my Discord though.
Oh, check.
Um.
Has a green outfit,
Oh.
white black squares on the bottom.
I'm just gonna go through all of them. Hold on, guys. No. That one. There we go. In the middle.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that one.
So I collected all of them.
And you said this is your first attempt?
First attempt at realism, yes. I also didn't know I could. But this is the perfect example where a client came to me and was like, I don't think I can do this. Check out these people. They know realism. They were like, no, I want you. And I was like, okay. But this is where people trust you more than you trust yourself. And it creates amazing things.
It's something my mom was a big artist. She always was doing art of some kind. We painted our whole backyard wall in insects and different other reptiles, and she was really big into mosaics.
Mm-hmm.
And so she was always doing mosaics. I enjoyed art when I was a kid, but I was very into tracing.
Mm-hmm.
So I would, put a light underneath a picture and then put a blank page on top and outline it and do it that way. But that was something I wish that maybe she pushed me a little bit farther into one of her own interests. Like I said, my parents were very pushy as long as you were doing something. So she never pushed that art passion side of me, which I kind of wish she did.
Oh, I can imagine, but like the fun. People always say tracing is very bad. As long as you don't sell it, please do it. It
Yeah.
teaches you so much, and it's so fun. Just don't say it's your work. That's
Yeah,
all.
exactly.
Don't sell it and don't say it's your work. But that's so fun. Oh, people in the comments wants to see the wall dragon.
Is that the one in the middle?
No, this one, the one I
Oh, that one.
on my physical wall.
Is that your own?
I painted that as well, yeah.
Wow.
That's awesome.
And it goes like all the way, also all the way to the wall in front of me around the window.
Cool.
Whoa. What was
That's
the
the cool
inspiration
thing.
for the dragon?
Okay. First of all, dragons are just cool. And my Chinese zodiac is dragon.
Okay.
So we wanted to incorporate it. We had a big leak here in this room. We just bought our apartment and we lived here for like not even a few months. And upstairs neighbor, I don't know what it's called, the laundry machine?
Yeah.
Is
The,
that what it's called?
the washer and dryer?
Apparently,
The washer and dryer?
yeah.
Yeah.
And she had put the tube out. I don't know if they work the same with you, but if the tube falls out, everything is wet. And she wasn't home, and a 6-hour wash came down through her, to her ceiling. And we were like, yeah, now we have to paint it. And I was like, yes, let's make the ceiling blue.
Nice.
Love it.
I have a very big fascination with dragons too. It was when my mom first got into mosaics. I forgot she just like did a butterfly, and she's like, Nick, I can't come up with an idea. What should I do? And I was like, you should do a dragon. So that's one of my mom's first mosaic pieces was a dragon. I gave it to my nephew now, and he has it because it's one of his favorite pieces she made. But I love dragons. Big dragon fan here.
Mosaic is perfect. Oh, to make a fun little bridge. My first ever altar was also a dragon.
Oh, there you go.
I think he's pulling up the picture right now. When I got into magic, my partner, Boris, also in the chat, he had a dragon deck. And he was like, how cool would it be if I have a custom treasure token?
Yeah.
And I was like, I can paint. I didn't know it was a thing yet. I was like, I can paint. Why can I not paint on a cardboard? So I painted that little guy, and I had fun with it, so I tried some more for myself, just for fun. And then I entered a community where it was like, this is a thing, this is a thing,
Yeah.
what, this is a thing, and that just made everything go,
Yep.
and it
That
started every,
So this
is
is
the
your
most adorable dragon ever.
right?
so this is your first one, but then
Yeah.
you said you do it every year as like a tradition. So this is your
Yeah,
tradition.
I repainted every year as a tradition. Do note, this is only a little more than a year ago, so I only painted two. So it's a tradition that's running for 2 years. And this is the newer one. So you can see already a year of painting can do a lot.
It's a baby Smaug.
We also made a fun thing. Some of my viewers came up with it when I started repainting this, and they say every year the dragon should grow up a little bit. So
That's
the coin is
cool.
gonna get smaller and
Yeah.
smaller and smaller.
Oh, that's such a good idea.
Someone came up with it and was like, yes. Yes.
Oh, this would be perfect with the new Smaug card coming out too. Oh, I love that.
I mean, and then we got your extension.
Yeah, my favorite one.
Oh,
I
yes.
Love it.
This was the card where I was like, I saw extensions online before, and I was like, I can try. Because, like I said, I studied game art, which is mainly digital. Color picking was a godsend. It doesn't exist with paint. I wish it would, but that doesn't exist with paint. And I was so scared, and I tried it. And honestly, with this card, with the beanstalk, I had to mess with it a ton, and more layers, and more layers. But then this was one of the first one that turned out in my head amazingly, and I am still so happy with it. It's the only one that's pinned on my TikTok account.
These are one of the ones that like we're talking about where it takes, even though it is just the art itself, you didn't really add anything to it. The way you made it makes the card feel like it's real life, and like the beanstalk is actually coming out of the card. So it's not necessarily twisting your reality of the image itself, but how the image is reacting in the card and how you're just interpreting with your eyes. I love it.
Exactly. I love playing with cards this way when I can, because some art really allows it to, and it's like you see it and you're like, yes, I can maybe put this over the border or make that pop out. And other cards you're like, I can extend it, but it's just the background. It is both fun though.
I wish it were easier for you guys to continue the art in the text box and keep the text in the text box, because I can imagine that is just a nightmare trying to continue an image around pre-existing letters.
I didn't send this one, so I don't think you can show it, but I once made an altar where I repainted the whole text because it had to be white text and the text was black, and it was like, ow. Ow. I did send you one. My viewers have never seen this one because I made that altar way before not way before I started posting, because I started posting very right away. But it is where is it? It's also in the last few, the dragon with the buckets.
Dragon with the buckets.
I don't know. It's in it's right under the previous realistic one. Oh,
Wait,
it doesn't show up in there.
no. The one in the middle?
We will find it. We will find it. The other one. Yeah, the middle one on the bottom. This was a very fun commission, but as you can see, this was... The commission was because the dragon in that art is the original of the art, and they were like, can you paint him, but ripping up buckets? I was like, what?
Oh,
What is this request? That was also my first name change, where they requested me to fully remove the original name of the card. I don't remember which card it actually is, to be honest. And paint a new name on it. And I was like, I can't do this. And they were like, yeah, you can. I love my viewers. I love my followers, people who can commission me, because they push me to do crazier stuff every day. And I love it.
It's awesome. and I think it's Awakening Sun's avatar. I could be wrong. I run it in my
I think
Dinos
so.
deck.
The name does ring a bell, so it could possibly be.
Yeah.
But my viewers have never seen this one, I think.
I love it.
It was
Ripping
a
up.
birthday gift, and when I made it, they were like, "Yeah, keep it secret for like another 7 months." And then I forgot about it.
Is he ripping up the buckets because the buckets were full of water and trying to put his
No.
fiery this out? Or
I
I'm
asked
confused.
for the background story. I don't fully remember it, but what I think it was, they worked in like I think it's called a depot in English, where they just had those buckets stacked somewhere
Okay.
Oh yeah.
for either selling or putting stuff in it. And they had like this, I don't know what it's called. It's like the cart with little pickup thingies where you go like under a thingy.
Forklift.
Thank you, a forklift. I'm very good with words, don't worry. And they had a forklift, and that forklift would ram those buckets on accident so often, and and they made, yeah, it was a gift, and I love it.
Oh, that's great. That's awesome. Uh, See, I wish I was sometimes this creative with ideas for alters on cards, because I have some ideas of some things that I want done to cards. Like um, I don't know if you're familiar with the commander Kolodin from Aether Drift, but he basically gives vehicles when they come into the battlefield, they turn into creatures and they give them haste. So I
Yeah.
want him altered as Dom from Fast and Furious, because it's all vehicles. It's all about going fast, living a quarter mile at a time.
Just haste, 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 haste.
Yep.
If you ever want to make it happen, let me know because it
I-
sounds amazing.
I will. I will. I don't play the deck enough for me to completely
I feel
legitimize
that,
it yet.
feel that though. Also,
But that's the
fun
fun
story.
fact of it.
I don't know if they're in the chat because they're very much someone who watches me a lot, but I found this amazing. They commissioned me to make a Force Negation full art altar. I got a lot of hate on that one.
Mm,
And they made me, it was Rumi blocking from K-pop Demon Hunters, Rumi blocking a Ray from, what's he called again? Guima? And I made that altar for them. Amazing. They were super happy. A few months later, they came to me, yeah, I am fully foiling the deck. Can you make it again, but in foil?
Oh.
And I was like, they are one of my favorite clients. They have crazy ideas, and
I love that.
yeah, they really just want to bling it out. Is my connection working well? I don't know if I can hear you guys.
No, it's good. Oh, can you hear me?
Okay.
We're good.
Now I do, yeah. It
Okay.
was just a second quiet. I was like,
No, you're good. Well, we'll go back into some of the questions. What are your top 3 best pieces of advice you would give to somebody interested or getting into doing altars?
One advice I always give, and my viewers probably are sick of hearing this. If you do it, make sure it's fun. Don't go after perfection. If you want to start, don't go making things that sell right away. Do something you like, you enjoy, because you're way more likely to continue doing it and have fun with it. Like, don't strive for perfection, strive for what you like, and just have fun creating. Like, if you want to do it for social media, don't post it right away. First, discover what you like. Another tip that I really have is just do it.
Just do it.
Because people are very scared to paint on actual cards. I was too. No worries. Everyone, I feel like, goes through this when they first have a card and they're like, I'll start with tokens.
Yep.
But they are in the end cardboard, and it is very difficult to do it. But they are in the end cardboard, and if you just start on lands or start in tokens and then go slowly to the more expensive cards, and don't be afraid. People love it or you'll love it. It doesn't matter. And the last one, I think, you don't need to have the most expensive stuff to do it. Like, I know my brushes are sometimes a bit more expensive, and my paint are like $15 a bottle. So you don't start with that quite right away. But the little dragon I made was just with dollar store paint. So you don't need the best equipment to start. Yes, it will be more rough. The card will be more textured, but that is not a bad thing when you start. Those are my 3 main things I would love to give to people.
Now, you said it's not going to be perfect. Like, have fun with it. Um, how how do you do that?
I feel that one so much. I get criticized in my streams often too. We're like, TM is good enough. Stop worrying. Just be happy. So I'm not the best follower of my advice, I must say, but I think everyone is.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Just make sure when you can or when you have like this conscious moment while you're painting and you're like, and then consciousness comes forth and you're like, okay, nope, I'm just having fun. It is okay if it's ugly. I had this today with a timed challenge. They asked me to paint Kalia in 4 minutes. It is god awful. It was
Wow.
so good.
That must have been tough.
Oh no, it's ugly. But that's also a thing. Keep it fun. I think I wait,
The
I can
challenge.
show it. Yeah, the time challenge. I was originally gonna do 40 minutes, 4 hours, 40 hours, but then someone in my chat was like, 4 minutes, do it.
I mean, for 4 minutes, what are we
pretty
talking
good.
about here?
That
Yeah.
is
No, I
really
don't. It
good.
doesn't show how gloopy it is, but it's so funny.
But you had 4 minutes and you had to get an entire
This was
picture.
the
You got a
40
background.
the 40
Whoa.
minute one.
Whoa.
I am so happy that I thought this would be very shitty, and we're doing the 44 hours one next week. So I'm excited how that's gonna go.
That's so cool.
I wish my camera would focus because this face is not.
You could switch your camera if that would work.
That could work. You are very smart. Ba-na-na-na. We'll go to stream camera mode, everyone.
He doesn't mess everything up though. Yeah, we're good.
Yeah. Now I need to turn my streaming lights on and everything.
Yeah. It's so good.
It's so like this is what it's supposed to be. It's mirrored, and I'm having trouble aligning stuff.
But yeah, for 4
love it.
minutes, like I don't know. I think it's more
played it.
abstract. It's an abstract take.
It really is. My desk is getting exposed with how messy it is, and I love it. Let me show the
Now,
other one quickly as
the-
well.
The reason why I ask is a big reason why I don't have tattoos is I'd be really bothered if like a lot of the tattoos that I want are geometric shapes. So if a line's not straight where a line's not supposed to be straight, I'd be
Yeah.
I can't take it. And so one of the art projects that the art community inspired me to work on, which I haven't gone back to visit since, is my D&D character. And I can't make my wolf look like a wolf. It looks like a man bear pig.
This is the one you painted?
No, I haven't painted it. It's still a sketch.
Oh, okay. Sorry, he did do an altar. I just can't remember what it was.
It was Appa with butter dripping from
That's
his
what it
mouth.
was.
Yes. I love it. But the thing is, it is the most difficult part with art, and I still have to work on it with that one. But you see, you guys already reacted like, "Whoa, it's so cool," and in my eyes, it's like, it's so ugly. It is also accepting, hey, what if my D&D character does look like a bear? Yeah, it is. It is very much an accepting thing, and I see already people in the chat being positive about it. So I feel like it does still resemble a good wolf.
Well,
I haven't seen it, but
see, this is where it's like, you guys are so supportive in the artist community, unless your name is Man in Splinters, and then
Yeah.
he continues to tell you that it looks like a man bear pig, no matter what you do to it.
Mana has a different kind of love. He has a different kind of love.
No, it's once you get to know Mana, you understand he's a big softy on the inside.
Yeah, look at him.
He likes to put up this facade.
He's the one who painted this.
Yes, the flowers.
Oh,
Man, I can
I
paint
love
too.
it.
so don't be let's go over them again. Was just do it.
Have
Um,
fun
have fun.
and don't feel pressure to buy expensive stuff.
There you go.
Yeah.
Just start off with dollar store paint. Just get doing it. Very cool. Well, TM, what sparked your passion for gaming and all things nerdy?
Ooh, yeah. I heard this question. I was like, oh no. I think this is a bit the same with the art. I already always have been a huge nerd.
Hmm.
But I think I don't know how old I was, but that was before I was 18 at least. I got dragged into the D&D community and the LARP community. I don't know if you guys are familiar with LARPing or
Oh
the
yeah.
chat is. It's live action role play. I
Hmm.
love this. I now I'm also one of the, let's say if you're familiar with D&D, I'm the DM of a LARP as well.
Oh, cool.
It's so cool. One of my other big hobbies, expensive hobbies. So I feel like I always had a little nerd, just there, like hi, hi. When I was younger, I was hiding it a bit more because you always have the time where you have to fit in and you
Hmm.
don't talk about LARP or D&D. Especially, I don't know if you guys had it, but I feel like women in school can be so toxic, and but I'm
I had a
happy I can be loud and proud of it now.
I had a secret Lord of the Rings friend in middle school.
Secret Lord of the Rings friend. I love.
Yeah, so I every morning I went to school early to go play basketball in the gym with all my basketball friends, and then I would lie sometimes and tell them I would have to go to a teacher's class during lunch, and I'd go hang out with my nerdy friend, and we'd pretend like we were Lord of the Rings, or we would buy Lord of the Rings had like a miniature Warhammer game when I was in my teens, and so we would paint those at lunch, and or sometimes I would go to his house on the weekends and play the Lord of the Rings video games that were coming out at that time. But
Hmm.
none of my basketball friends knew that I hung out with him.
Exactly. It's very difficult sometimes in the social circles.
Especially
I
school.
well, and I
Yeah.
really wish that I kind of attached to that a lot sooner and
Hmm.
didn't make it like my secret guilty pleasure that my friends didn't know about.
Yeah, it is difficult, but at that time you always are like, hey, now I'm daring to be myself. And at that time you're like, oh, I wish I could. But it is logical at that time why you don't. I see some questions about which LARPs I did. They're very local Dutch LARPs that are like an hour drive from me, so I don't think you guys know. Would be cool though.
And so, when did you kind of get into LARPing? Was it younger or
I was
uh,
17. Like
okay?
here, you officially have to be 18 before you start.
Uh,
They do have kids LARPs as well, but they weren't that much a thing back then. But they allowed me to start because I was almost 18, and they were like, "Yeah, sure." And I remembered I got my first role, and I didn't even dare to speak. I was like, "I'm in the background. I'm not here." But then you do it more often, and now it is also a big way for me to learn to like speak up, dare to get angry at people. I had to play a role once where they say, "Okay, you have major mood swings. If they do something you don't like, you shout at them and yeah, say bad words and all that kind of stuff." And I was like, "What?" But after I did it, I was like, "Whoa, that's a new side of me," and that's what I love about that hobby a lot.
you mentioned it's expensive for people who know what LARPing is. It's you're just role playing in real life. How is that expensive for those who may not know?
Um, this wasn't. I heard like old school LARP. It wasn't, but now you have the outfits. You
Hmm.
have. I don't know if I'm allowed to say this word, so I'm gonna talk around it a bit because TikTok can be finicky with
Hmm.
certain words. Um, things you attack with. Um,
Oh,
those are fake, but very well. They need to be very well made because you could accidentally hurt people if they are
Yeah.
not well made. So those are usually already between the 100 $200, I would say, if I do the conversion quickly, roughly
Yeah.
in my head. They are pretty expensive, and then you want fancy stuff, you want fancy outfit. And I saw one guy running around in full plated armor, and I was like, it is just a dollar sign running.
Yeah. I went to my first Ren Fair a few years back. Way too late, by the way. If nobody's been to a Ren Fair yet, you need to go to a Ren Fair. You need to get
Dude.
dressed up. You need to do the full experience. It is amazing. But just getting a basic outfit for Ren Fair was pretty expensive, and I looked into last year going to a LARP, and I was going to buy an outfit because I didn't want to go without an outfit, and I said I can't afford this outfit. Like, I just can't. Like, we're talking, I was looking at thousands of dollars because it's all
Especially at Red Fair.
handmade. Yeah, I mean, that's the best stuff is the handmade, real authentic leather. I mean, people really take a lot of time and care into the stuff, and it's absolutely worth it. But yes, for those who, it's not a cheap, you can kind of go through it, but like a lot of LARPs, I know you can't wear like traditional shoes. They're banned. You have to wear like in time period clothing, so
You
that's
have to
gets a little
try
bit.
to, yeah. Yeah, watches, no way. What I love about it is that you're not allowed to use your phone. I'm like, it's phone free
Yes.
That's
this
cool.
weekend.
Yep.
Um, Also, what I see, Boris said, indeed, you also have to pay for the event
Yeah.
itself. I do say it's cheaper than going out for a weekend, but it's still pretty expensive because you have to pay for sleeping there. Yes, you bring your own tent, you still have to pay a fee because you're using the terrain. Food, the prep, all the props they use, it's
Yeah.
expensive.
I bet.
But it's
It,
very, very cool.
it's very cool. I love it.
It's funny that this conversation popped up because LARP just came popped back up on my algorithm, and now I'm following a bunch of different LARPing pages. I'm loving their content.
Love it, love it, love it, love it.
Well, getting back into some of the Magic, do you play, and when did you start playing?
Ooh, Boris helped me calculate this question and I forgot the answer. A little bit before Bloomborough, so not too long ago, but I don't know when it came out. 3 years? 4 years?
3 years, 2 years?
That's the tough thing with these sets coming out so regularly. Like, it used to be like, all right, well, that was like 4 sets ago, so that was, a year ago. Now it's, oh, was it 6 or 8 sets in this year?
Within 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
good.
yeah. Boris also says 2 years-ish. Okay, thank you,
2 years.
Boris. So not that long, not that long. I was like, when I started playing, I went into painting quite with the flow.
Okay.
So I'm still learning a lot. I am noticing I'm getting more confident at pre-releases. I'm like, it's not supposed to be played that way, which I didn't dare or knew before. So I am getting more comfortable. But then there
Good.
are rules like, no, the stack works this. I'm like, ah, the stack, don't, no, 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 no.
No, the
I'm
stack is a
afraid of
finicky
it
thing.
sometimes. Yeah. So, yeah, 2 years-ish.
I mean, I've been playing Magic for quite some time, and I still can't get my head around rules. It's I commented on a video the other day to because we just had MTG Rule Daddy last week, and
Uh-huh.
he's really into the rules, and I was like, this broke my brain. I don't know how it works.
No.
It's just like I it takes time,
And
and
especially
still,
with
Yeah.
Wizards of the Coast making new cards that change the rules constantly. Yeah.
For real. For real. We have one friend in the group we usually play Magic with who is like, he read the whole rule book, all the rules. He could be a judge. He isn't, but he did take a test for fun and was like, yes, please, yes. And it's always fun to have one of those at the table because you're
yeah.
just like, get this, and they help right away.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah, Boris also says exactly the same thing. It helps. It helps with confidence.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't help with confidence, yeah, but
Well,
it is
you
nice.
did say you just talked about pre-release. Do you play
Mhm.
standard or commander or both?
I play Commander mainly. That's
Uh-huh.
my favorite format. Mainly friendly in person with friends. Daba's trying to get me to play on online, and I
Hmm.
have to do that more. But time is difficult,
I'm
especially with the
sure.
time zones. Um, but yeah, I do go to pre-releases more because I wanted to be more involved in the local communities,
Hmm.
and that's the way I try to do that. And new sets and new cards, which is fun to have. It's not my
Now,
favorite format, but I do like it.
Good.
now I don't know how to really ask this question, but you mentioned you wanted to be involved more in your community, your LGS's community.
Yeah.
Um, what is an LGS like in the Netherlands?
That's one fun thing about the Netherlands is there are a ton because everything is like everything is so
Uh-huh.
close together. One thing we do with our group for a while now, we found our favorite, but we went like through all the different ones that are like an hour drive away, and there are a lot. That's the fun part about living here. Just like I can drive 10 minutes that way and I find
Uh-huh.
one. I can drive a half an hour that way and I can find one. Um, and what they're like, I find it difficult to say. The biggest difference I notice is one store that's now my favorite. They do give prizes, but for entry, not for winning.
Okay.
And the vibe there is totally different. It's way nicer for newer people, in my opinion. It's way nicer because it's not as competitive. You're not fighting for the packs. Some people are still there to win, obviously, because winning is fun. Um, but they're way more like wanting to teach you, or like, oh, you did that. Like, if you did that, it would be way better. And in other stores where only the top three get packs,
Hmm.
it's very toxic. You're like, ha, you did that wrong, and no, you can't do that because very rule nitpicky.
Yeah.
Um, but I don't know what's big difference because I also don't know what's at for you
Yeah.
guys.
So, I would say I can't. This is coming from my own experiences in my LGS stores, but many of our stores are like a very eclectic and wide variety. They're not just card stores, they're also tabletop gaming and comic games or figurines. Like, is that similar kind of business style in Netherlands too, or is it more focused around the trading card aspect?
Depending on which store, but there are definitely a few stores that are just trading cards slash D&D ish.
Okay.
They do have some figures, but those are more on. Oh yeah, we also have those, um, but those are a little less common. The more common ones indeed do have a bit of everything.
Okay. And now, do you guys have the same smelly nerd problem that we have here at LGS's?
I have not experienced it at all, actually.
Okay.
Not yet.
It's an
But
American thing.
I don't know. I don't know. Or
American boys take a shower, wear deodorant.
Yeah.
I don't think it's not a problem, but I do think the rooms are pretty big and they take more space for you to sit, so you don't sit like with a person. But I have never had a bad experience with that yet. I am scared for MagicCon Amsterdam because I don't know what I'm gonna do there.
And from that
So you're
comment,
going.
it sounds like your LGSs are bigger. Like if they're mainly focused on Magic, then it sounds like they have enough space for seating. My LGSs, because they focus on Magic, D&D. My local one, my favorite, also has board games too, a bunch of games, but their seating is very close together. So
Mm.
like during pre-releases, it gets so congested because you're back to back with other people, and trying to like get out, it's very difficult. So it sounds like yours has
That
more
doesn't
space, which is very nice.
what I think it is, they have a cap of people that doesn't fill the whole room. So if you just look at the chairs, they are very close together. But you usually take a table of 4 seats and just use it with one other person. They have the cap like lower, so you also have to sign up very quick.
Okay.
But there are, like I said, enough close by that it isn't that I could always go to a pre-release, but depends where. Yeah.
And you mentioned that Commander is your favorite format. Who's your favorite Commander?
Emoti is my favorite one. Cascade, 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 cascade. I
For
really,
someone, for someone who doesn't
The
like the
stack.
stack very
yeah,
much.
Yeah.
no, for real, I hate this deck but I think that's the reason why I always get like, how does this work?
Uh,
But yeah, that's one of my favorites. I also have an Omnath deck, but I always confuse the names because I mess up names so much. I think it's Locust of Control or Creation. I think Control.
There's so many on
so
NAS
is
too.
it? So is it the? There's
The
uh
four
there's
life landfall
there's
one. The 4 life,
okay.
the 4
So
mana, lose 4
yeah,
life.
the landfall Omnath,
Yeah.
because
And
they call the 2-color Omnath the angry jelly bean,
Hmm.
if that's
Yeah.
correct. And then I forgot what they call the 3-color one, but the 3-color one has a funny name too. Oh,
The
but
names
anyways,
are.
I love all
Voivode
Mass's
says it's
names.
locus of creation. Thank you.
Yeah.
But also, again, a lot with the stack with the landfall. So for someone hating the stack, I do play with it. But they're for me very much. I don't know. I put stuff down and stuff happens automatically, quote unquote.
Mm-hmm.
And I am very afraid of interaction, and I need to get better at using. So yeah, I need to make a deck that has a lot of interaction on it, in it.
Landfall decks are fun because you feel like you're doing something even when you don't have a spell to play because you have a land and the land does something.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly, exactly. But yeah, you do notice a trend in my commander deck.
I like it.
If you could make a Universes Beyond set, what would it be?
I was thinking about this one a long time because I was like, I have no clue. I have no clue. But in the end, I came down to I like anime, and one anime I am very much into is JoJo Bizarre Adventures. So I was like, yes, that needs to be Universes Beyond because I feel like they would not get the licenses for all the names because in JoJo's they use a lot of names from bands and that kind of stuff. They would not be able to do it, but it would be fun.
So would you like be pretty stoked if they just did a overall like anime secret layer, like you could see some of your favorite characters from several different animes?
It would be fun, but JoJo's has a special place for me. Like I am not a very fanatic anime watcher,
Hmm.
um, but I do love it here and there, and some are just very good. Um, I would still be happy with a general one, but if you really want to make me happy, then it's specifically JoJo's.
I like it.
Are you excited for the Marvel Universes Beyond sets coming out, or the Star Trek?
It's personally not my thingy. I woo controversial. I've never been into Marvel. I've never got
Mhm.
into that corner of the internet. Um, yeah, who knows? Who knows? But nah, I'm momentarily for the sets that are coming out. I am mainly very excited for the in-universe sets. Um, I really want to see what they do and expand on that. I really love the Avatar set, the Avatar Last Airbender one. Um, but yeah, sadly, never got much into Marvel, so couldn't. I don't know. I'm probably gonna skip those, but who knows? Who
No
knows?
worries. Who knows?
Who knows? We sent you the questions, and this one you were a little confused about, or not confused, but didn't have an idea. But if you could meet any celebrity and play/teach magic, or make altars with, who would it be?
Yeah, when I read this question, I was like, I don't know. And I looked at Boris and I made the joke, the King of the Netherlands. just, to, just to name someone. Because we
Works.
do have a king. We do have an official king. So I was like, yes, but I have no clue. I have no clue. And otherwise, I would pick my favorite music artist because then I can play magic with them. And my favorite is K-pop Stray Kids. I really love them. And it would just be cool to meet them and play magic. But no, I don't know. This was a question where it's like,
That's completely fine. Some people aren't big celebrity people. And
yeah. And our king is just scarily a fun guy. I don't know. It is the king of the Netherlands, but he doesn't have to do.
anything,
He's
right?
more a mascot than what he
Yeah.
does. He says what we have to do or anything. He doesn't have a big say. So it was just a funny first answer.
That's cool.
It's a see there's a tradition. We were talking about traditions earlier. Something that it's not is old of a tradition now, like in the traditional sense, I guess, a tradition in the traditional sense. But yeah, it's just a king who does nothing. He's just a symbol. It's like, yeah, we're holding on to this little bit of tradition, but he's not ruling over our country.
Yeah, yeah. He is mainly goes to other countries as like spokesperson or representative. That's something he does do very well. But besides that, no, we have a very weird government system, which makes changing stuff or getting stuff through very difficult. And I like that because it's not one person saying, do this. No, it's like 50 discussions and 50 different opinions and rummaging, and finally something goes through. And then it does take a bit long, but it makes it so that no harsh changes can be made. And I do appreciate that sometimes.
That's one thing here in America we demand is change right away, and we are very either like right away like this is the wrong move or this is the right move, and then years later like we probably should have thought that one out a bit more before we made a decision. I know we felt like we were in a bad place, but where we ended up getting was pretty bad too. So maybe if we took like some more time to think about it, we could have came up with a solution that didn't cause us as many problems.
Yeah, I think there is a middle way that can't exist, because here it's sometimes like, yeah, we want to change this small thing. We just want to change this small thing. And then 10 years later, if I want to, sorry, not 10 years later, 1 year later, no, still not. 1 year later, no. And so also small changes take time.
Yeah, that could be frustrating too, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, pros and cons, pros and cons.
Getting back to the question here, what's a moment where the community support genuinely surprised you?
I have had one moment that baffled me. Again, I do need to mind my words, because I streamed on TikTok for a long time. I had fun here. I had an amazing community support me, but I also had a lot of negative experiences, specifically with the app, not the people. The people are amazing. People are awesome. But I got banned for, in my opinion, very stupid stuff. For example, I once was painting geese. The card for Mama Nita, I don't know if she's still here. But I was painting geese. And I got first a warning. You're doing dangerous activity. People, don't do what this person is doing. And I was like, what? I couldn't get gifts anymore. I was very much limited with my audience, and after 5 minutes of still painting geese, I got banned.
Gosh.
This happened like for different reasons. Like I once was banned for dangerous activities when I was painting the Mox Amber. I don't know what they saw. So I made a harsh choice and say I'm not gonna stream here anymore, at least not my main one. I sometimes am still here for fun. And I was like, I'm gonna move to the Purple app. For those of you guys who don't know, you can't say the name on here. But think of a streaming platform with a purple logo.
Yeah.
And I moved there, and I was like, this is it. I had a community here, and now I'm gonna go to a different platform, and I have to start all over again. And all of a sudden, I saw everyone trickling in on that side, and it just made my heart so happy, because I was just thought I was done, and I still have an average of 20 viewers every day, and that amazes me. And yeah, that's really when the community was like, I appreciate everyone so much. Yeah.
This community is awesome, but you're pretty awesome too, so I'm not surprised either. So I'm glad that everybody went over there and supported you, and I'm sorry that you had that experience, and hopefully we don't go through similar experiences.
I hope
we may
not.
have been already.
Yeah, we were playing the intro. We were already restricted.
Yeah, it is so weird, but they have an AI system that rules over stuff, and they just are flagging things that aren't there. Yeah.
It's pushing a lot of people away.
Yep.
I got flagged last night opening packs, so
Pretty dangerous.
That was the only valid one that I got banned for.
Opening packs?
Yeah, it counts as, I don't know if I can say the word, but gambling.
oh,
Which is weird because I did my D20 battles and we're rolling D20s. I never got flagged for it.
Yeah, it's very random.
But that's when you're rolling actual dice. I don't care. We're already restricted.
Yeah, make sure you don't get banned, because there's a step after restriction that it just shuts off. And we don't
ban
want
us.
that, because we love it here.
Don't ban us.
Yeah.
Well, getting into some more of the soft and squishy questions. What is the best advice you've ever gotten?
I was thinking about this one a long time, and I honestly don't know because I get left and right amazing advice from people. Like, I feel like this community pushes me so much in the right ways. It's like, just what I find the best way of pushing is like you have your comfort zone and just a slight bit out of it, not too much, not too much, just a slight push that you keep growing and not being stuck where you are. One person I want to give a shout out for this is Kat Rin Altered, aka Rin Altered. Um, I started posting, and she put a comment on one of my altars, and she was just, "Come here in my stream, just hop in." And I was like, what? She is also the person who got me into streaming just to be as a guest in her stream, and she was saying like, "Just do it, just do it," and that's where I got the "just do it" from. Um, so that's an advice I still carry. So if I had to choose one, I would say that one. Don't be afraid and be there, and I still have that as a motto myself. But yeah, little shout out to her. She is also my altar mom, I call her. She didn't get me into altering per se, but she got me into streaming and into the community, and I still thank her for that every day.
Rin was the biggest person that when I was talking about that man bear pig D&D character was like, nope, bring it back. We're gonna work this out. We're gonna talk it out. Like, you got this. She's like, don't listen to Mana and Splinters. It looks fine.
Never listened. No, indeed, exactly what you're saying. She pushes you. Again, you are like, no, I don't want this, and just a bit into the uncomfort to grow.
She's an incredible supporter of everybody. She's really good. They're great.
When people say like you should, walk a little uncomfortably, I think a way I like to compare it to is like walking on a curb, where you kind of feel like you're always a little off balance, but if you do fall, you're falling 6 inches. Like you're gonna fall a little bit, but it's like it's okay to walk on the unstable and the uncertain, because it's not the worst. If you fall, the worst thing in the world isn't happening to you. It's just a little misstep. So
I love that. I'm gonna use that one. I really love that. In the meanwhile, I'm gonna turn on my light because it's getting dark.
There you go. You said you weren't too sure about this question, but I still want to ask it. This is something a lot of us don't think about, and this is why I include it always on the sheet. What's something you wish people would ask you but never do?
I really have no answer. I thought about this one a lot, but I think there's also a pro of streaming. Everyone asks everything, and I'm always amazed, like, well, how did you get to that question? So I don't feel like I don't get asked stuff. I do. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it also could be like a completely different cultural thing too. I think I don't want to speak for a lot of people, but I think here in America, we are getting used to expressing ourselves and it being okay to express ourselves and say that we need help and go seek help. It's not been something very common in, I think, our culture, in our society. So that's kind of why I put it on here is, especially for a lot of men, it's not easy for us to say, like, I wish people really asked me how I was doing. I don't get asked how I'm doing, and in a genuine, meaningful way, like not a superficial passing comment in a greeting, or it's, hey, how are you doing? It's like, that's not, you're not really asking me how you're doing. You're just, that's what we're supposed to say, kind of thing. So that's the main reason why I wanted to always put the question in here is, sometimes we're not reflecting on the things that, we need from people that we never ask for.
I do love it, and I'm very grateful you put it in, because I do think it's a good thing to ask. Well, to bring you a bit into the Dutch culture, we are very direct, and when we ask how you're doing, we're asking how you are doing. And
Okay, there we go.
sometimes when you walk on the street and you see your neighbor, and he goes, "Hey, how is it going?" and then you get a story, you're like, "Whoa, okay." So it's not for everyone. Some people still give the general answer. It's not like we're in a whole different world, but I feel like here it's a bit more normal to say, "Yeah, it's going really bad," and then you just say it's going bad, and then it's the other person's choice to ask why, or say like, "Oh, that's very bad to hear. I'm sorry. I don't have time for this now." We
Yeah.
are very direct in that way.
See, but that's also good too because here in America, when you ask someone how they're doing and they really tell you how you feel, you're like, "Whoa, I didn't really ask you how you really felt. Like that's not what I meant." And it's like, "Well, you asked."
Yeah,
So
you asked.
that's it should be on the ownership of the person who asked to be like, "You know what? I am so sorry that this is going on. I would like to talk about this more another time, but I don't have the time to give the attention this conversation deserves."
Exactly. Exactly. I find it a good way. Yeah. The Dutch are just very direct.
My uh my mom's personal training client,
Hmm.
he was Slovak. So he was very direct as well and very dry and to the point, and I loved it about him. It was very refreshing.
It is very fun to see. And I do need to say, there are Dutch people who are way more direct and Dutch people who are not direct. One
Hmm.
story I love to tell.
Hmm.
My parents, my mom is very much a person who's more people pleasing. And she met my dad a bit later on. And she always, when people visit, she was like, "Oh, yeah, fun, fun, how are you doing?" And she wanted to go to bed, but she didn't dare to say, "Hey, I want to go." And then she met my dad. And my dad, I'm more like my dad. I'm also like, "Guys, I'm done. I'm going to go to bed." And he did that when friends visited. And he was like, "Okay, guys, I would like you to go home because I want to go to bed." And my mom was like, "You can do that?" So yeah, it also still differs here, but it
My
is
dad
funny.
just started taking another car.
Yeah.
Oh, I love
Like
that.
that.
He's like, "All right, guys, you can see that we're starting to make our way to the door.
Mhm.
You know, that's going to take 45 minutes now, so you can either come with me or wait for your mom to be done talking."
Yep.
I have that in Discord calls a lot. I'm like, "Bye." Oh wait, we new topic. Oh, no, no, really, bye.
Bye.
One more thing. One more thing.
In person, it's way less, but on Discord calls, I have it a lot. But you guys yap nicely. I don't know.
Yap nicely.
Yeah, nicely.
Yep, yep, yep.
Well, TM, what is one thing you're interested in that most people do not know?
I think my followers might know, but psychology is always a thing that sometimes surprises people. I do talk on it on stream sometimes, but not often. And I love playing piano and making music. That's another thing. Not everyone. I'm not mega good at it. It is very hobby, but it's still
Hmm.
fun to do.
Now, what was it like? Did you take lessons as a kid, and it wasn't something that you continued to do, or is it just like, "Oh, I want to kind of pick this up," and yeah, that's cool.
Exactly that. I'm just like, I like music. Oh, I see now one of my friends, Twad, says, "I didn't know the piano part." Yeah, so this is something not a lot of people know. No, I don't know. I had like this old keyboard at home and I was just like playing tunes on it, and then I dropped it for a while, and then at my at Boris's place they had a piano. I was like, "Oh, piano." And then I finally got the funds to buy my own, and I just like doing it. I can't read notes. I just learn songs that do exist. I don't write my own. So and then I just have fun with that.
That's still
I
awesome.
don't have a musical bone in my body. I've always wanted to play the harmonica, and my sister-in-law bought me one years ago for Christmas, and I bust that thing out like every 3 months in an attempt to play it, and I
Yeah.
cannot. I am just
Wait,
tone
wait, wait.
deaf, no rhythm,
But
but
that's
I
it is
got it.
difficult. It's so difficult. I had a harmonica on my desk, I swear. Yes. Well, welcome to having random musical instruments for no reason. I can't play it either, but I do have one.
Hey, just in
I
case you
don't.
ever need it.
Yes, right. Do we have the same brand?
Mine's a Fender.
Do we have the same brand?
No.
No, it would be fun. It would be fun. The case looks a lot alike. I can't play this either.
I have nothing.
You
I'm
can
sorry.
probably do more than
I've got nothing else.
How dare you?
You
I
don't
have
have a
nothing.
kazoo? You don't
I-
have one of those little party blowers? The
I have one.
I
and
have
the
a
moment
tent
I
stake, if that matters. Nothing musical.
the moment you realize you don't like with a flute, you don't blow into the kazoo, but you have to hum was so mind blowing to me. I never
know that
knew
either.
that.
You know,
And
I
then
don't
you
know
gotta-
what. I don't know what's more shocking, that you have a tent stake at your desk and we have harmonicas.
Monicas?
But like, what could you possibly need a tent stake near your desk for?
What do you
Don't
need a
know.
harmonica near your desk for? Okay.
In case I need to
Okay.
bust out a little tune, a little jig.
I got another flashlight too.
You guys should ask a new question in your general questions. Like,
What's
pick
next
up
to your
one,
desk?
the most random thing on your desk.
I like that. That's a good one.
That should be a good one.
That's a
I have-
surprise one. We don't tell anybody about. We don't give them the list
Yeah,
because
I
they can't plan
have
for it.
like obviously a lot of art supplies and a lot of bees. I have way too many bees on my desk.
Bee is a bee your favorite animal?
Yes, and a flamingo. I don't know. But I
Flamingo.
have like a lot of. I can grab a few. This one I got from Cat and Grumpy. Mana, I have a bee from Mana and Splinters, but that's in the front. I have a lot of crocheted bees from big to smaller
No, it's cool.
to smallest.
Oh, little ducky.
Little ducky.
Kevin
Got
gave it to me for
IKEA
my
bees.
birthday.
3D printed bees. I have a ton. It's a lot.
Am I supposed to show something now too?
I was wondering why
Guys.
people were saying Queen Bee.
I am. Like, I got a bee Dana. Twat made this for
That's
me.
awesome.
Like, every time I do an art trade with someone, I always get a bee item with it, and I'm all here for it. Like, my streams are also themed around the beehive, and my followers are the bees, and we do a monthly bee vote, because, wait, I can show this. Like, on my cardboard around the card, I pay random bees
Yeah.
on request from viewers.
Mm-hmm.
I love
So
it.
we vote for the favorite bee, and it seems the vote will be done tomorrow. But I think this guy is winning
Wow.
the very very long.
The long bee.
Sent to B.
The bee.
So yeah, I am the bee queen.
That's awesome.
Well, Bee Queen, who or what has been your
It lags a bit for me.
Who or what or who has been the biggest inspiration in your life? Sorry.
In my life,
Nick, you
like
cut out.
general life or alter life.
general life?
General life. I'm gonna give a very sappy answer. I think my father. Because my father is a person who started off growing up on a farm and having to take over the farm from his dad when he quit and that kind of stuff. That never happened. He was a farmer, he enjoyed it, he did a lot of stuff with tractors, but then he became a truck driver. And he was like, oh, this is cool. This is what I'm going to do. No, I'm going to become... now he designed machinery. Like, full-on machines he designed and made for companies to make things more automatic. He did that for 25, 30 years, built his whole company, and now, a few years ago, was like, nope, I'm going to be a teacher. And
Wow.
I just love that so much. I love that so much, and like I said, they always promoted me to do what you want, but do it the best you can. So he's also, I must say, I don't know the exact age, but he is close to 60, and he is still doing now a course on university for becoming a teacher.
Jeez,
Awesome.
that's awesome.
I love that. I love him. I love how that mentality, and I want to keep that throughout my life. Like, hey, if this ever doesn't work for me, I should not be afraid to switch it up.
That's awesome. That's good motivator to have in your life. I mean, and also doing it the way he's doing it, you know, like you said, to the best of your ability. I know my dad went back to school when he was in his 40s, so that was years and years ago when I was still in
Hmm.
school and everything. And he said that was one of the hardest things he had ever done. So I can only imagine 20 years later trying to go and do the same thing. So credit to him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
I really love it indeed.
That's awesome. Well, our last question, and then we're gonna open it up to all the viewers to ask. What are your plans and goals for the growth of your channel and content?
I for sure want to keep up streaming. I really love that. I don't know if I want to grow into more specific stuff. I am looking into, at the moment, I'm looking into selling also proxies of my art to create a more affordable version because altars are expensive. They are such, like, Twada always says to me, they're not expensive, they're costly. You are paying what they're worth, but boy, is it a big sum of money.
Yeah.
So I want to still make it possible for people to buy my art without having to get the custom thing. So I'm looking into that and working with some companies or in contact with some companies to make that happen. Something I want to do, but I don't want to make promises on, is to make a monthly proxy subscription of my art so that people can
That's
just
cool.
support me. So it will be probably a bit more expensive than you would order a card, but then you do get a monthly altar, but then a proxy of an altar at home. I really want to do that also to say thank you to people who are helping me and to create that. But I'm not sure how to set it up yet because shipping overseas is difficult and expensive.
Yeah.
I am so happy I can. I had to sign a lot of documents to be allowed
Mhm.
to. But yeah, I would love to make that happen.
That would be awesome.
It's really cool. I know that's one thing um, you guys as altar artists really struggle with is having the availability to take commissions and have time to work on art. It's always, you know, you don't have enough time. It's like, I need more time to work on this piece and stuff like that. So providing a way that people can still get a piece of your art, even though it may not be an original piece, it is still
Hmm.
something that they value. Because, I mean, that's something I eventually want, especially after going to MagicCon, was collecting pieces of the community
Hmm.
in
Hmm.
a physical form of some kind. So, you know, I have tons of pieces by Mana and Splinters and Mythic Red now. I've got things from my buddy Kevin here and
Love that.
Demi and Domo. So there's so many cool people that I want to continue to collect. So I love that idea.
Yes, amazing. I would love to send you guys some stuff in the future as well.
We'll
Absolutely.
get it done eventually.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now, there are two questions that we generally ask while we're waiting for the chat to come up with it, but these are more American-based questions, and I feel really embarrassed even bringing them up to you.
Let me know. Let
Um,
me know. I'm curious.
uh, so there's a huge debate in America on a certain topping on pizza. Uh, are you a pineapple on pizza person?
This is also a thing here. This is also a thing
It
here.
is?
I
Yes.
I am a pineapple on pizza person.
Whoa.
Yes.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm
Yes.
sorry. I'm sorry. I
Okay.
am have a big sweet tooth, so when there
Oh
can be more sweet stuff on, yeah. Uh, I love that
no.
you guys are on different teams.
I love it. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's important.
What do you have the most answers of, one or the other?
I don't.
It's pineapple.
Yeah. Are you keeping track? That wasn't technically keeping track.
I'm keeping track of my
Yes.
wins, not my losses. I only have two wins.
Yep.
You'll get there. You'll get there. I'm so sorry. I
I mean,
literally only order Hawaii
we,
Hawaiian
we
pizza when I do.
we've only had two people say absolutely not. I've had people say it's like, it's not like what I prefer, but would I hate it? No, it's not what I order. So I didn't take that as a win, but it's I'm not the sweet and the savory thing, the sweet and salty flavor combination is not what I'm arguing with. It's the cooked fruit part that I'm arguing with. I'm very anti-cooked fruit.
He wouldn't even eat
I do get
pies.
that.
No
I won't eat
pies,
apple pie.
nothing like
I
that.
won't eat blueberry pie. Nothing with cooked fruit. I don't like cooked fruit.
Like I must let you know, when the pineapple would be baked in a pan and is more caramelized, I am not a big fan of that personally. But
Okay.
on the pizza, it's a bit more not too squishy. It still has a bit of texture to it, and yeah. So I do feel where you're coming from. I do feel where you're coming.
Twat said even Sweden they put bananas on pizza or kiwi.
Yeah.
With
Boris.
like normal pizza with cheese and sauce? Or was it like a special fruit pizza?
Yeah, Boris doesn't eat my pizza because there's pineapple on it.
What is okay? Now I'm going through and reading the chat now. What are you putting on? There's curry on your pizza too?
Yes,
And
the
hi
bang.
everyone in the chat, by the way. I didn't want to disturb a lot with saying hi to everyone, but hi everyone. So many people hopped in that I know, and I love it.
Previously, and I think we kind of answered it, Mama did ask what was the reason for the bee? What was your the whole why you chose bees? And you just
Yeah.
you chose it because
I
it's
love
your
that
favorite.
question. And first of all, I wanted to apologize to Mom Anita because I forgot the bag. She made me a beautiful dice bag with bees on it, with chainmail bees on it, and I left it in the front table. Like, I need to take this to the stream, and I forgot it.
Oh,
So I'm sorry. Why the bees? This is a long and a short story at the same time because it's a lot of tiny, tiny reasons. And I don't know how to start it very well because it's just, I don't know. It is just, I love the little creature. People always called me a busy bee because I always do stuff and I never sit still. So I was always called the busy bee, like, hey, here's a new hobby I'm gonna drop next week. Here's another one. Sitting still and doing nothing? No. Even when I watch movies, I have to crochet because I cannot
Really?
sit still. I really am not good at that. Now I'm going to be very, very sappy. But Boris and I nickname for each other are Honey, so Honeybee. Also for that, I just have a lot of positive associations with it. They're also hard workers, and when I had to make a logo, I just started off with a bee, and I was like, I'll see if this changes sometime when I find something. But it never changed. It never changed.
yeah. Where's it? Yeah. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, well,
Yeah, Mercy also has. You're like, you have to do something when you watch TV. I don't know. Keeping busy. The bees. I love reading the chat. It's always so fun. Don't know if other questions hopped in.
Daba did ask your favorite commander, but you did answer that.
Yeah.
The other embarrassing question that I'm even afraid to put this to somebody
Do it.
who's not American. Do you prefer your lasagna hot or leftover cold?
Can you eat it cold? I've never had it cold.
Exactly.
No. This is just a thing we don't. I have
No,
never.
no, it's not a normal thing. Okay, it's not a normal thing. You bake the lasagna, and a lot of
Yeah.
people eat it as soon as they're done baking it.
Yeah.
Nick prefers eating it cold.
No. Okay.
No.
Because-
Okay.
The way
No,
you
no,
put
no.
it right there, that makes it sound like I'm baking my lasagna
You
and I'm
are.
purposely right away putting it in the fridge so it's cold again.
Yep.
That's
No.
not.
Okay. Now I understand the question better. I thought you would just let it cool off 100%. I am a person who
Nope.
eats their soup and hot things like right before they are like lukewarm.
That's not
Okay.
it. We're talking about
this is for me
refrigerated
because-
cold.
So
We're talking about refrigerated cold.
No, okay.
Like
For me, it's like it has to have, like my chocolate milk when it is right at the point where right before people are saying like, "Oh, this is cool. I won't drink this anymore." Right before that point is my perfect drinking or eating moment for the food, because I am very bad with dealing with like the warm stuff. Did
All right,
someone
so-
say yes to this?
No, so I have to explain this.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
So,
Okay.
So the pineapple on pizza was one of the original questions that we would always throw out there just as a time filler. And we had Not So Treasonous Ogre on. He's taken a break from social media. We miss you, Ogre. But he said he prefers his pizza cold. Like he loves leftover pizza. He thinks it's better than hot pizza. And I go, okay, well, I can agree with you that it has like something to it, but you can't say it's just straight up better. And he goes, I'll say that with casseroles too. I don't know if you guys have casseroles in Netherlands, but they're basically just like all-in-one meals in like a dish that have layers to them, essentially, right? And he goes, the flavors develop better over time. And I go, okay, well, so would you say that about lasagna? Like, do you prefer your lasagna cold? And he goes, absolutely not. And I go, well, that's a pizza casserole. So why wouldn't you prefer it cold if you prefer those two things cold?
Yeah.
And I said, I personally enjoy my lasagna cold because you get all the layers in one bite, because when it's hot and you go to cut it, it squirts out to the side and you don't get every layer in one bite. So it's not that I say lasagna is better cold, and that I prefer it cold. It just, due to its state of being hot, you don't get all the layers in one. That's all I'm saying.
No, but I do get what you mean. I do get what you mean.
I am not baking my lasagna and putting it into the fridge so it can cool down and I can have cold lasagna, Kevin.
Just do it. It's fun. Why not? If that's what you like, do it.
Yeah, don't let me stop you.
No. When was the last time you guys cooked a lasagna? Do you know?
It takes forever to
remember?
cook.
Exactly.
I get them from the grocery store pre-made.
Yeah, but how long do they take to cook from the grocery store? Still
Half an
like
hour?
45 minutes to an hour.
Half an hour for us, yeah.
Oh. So I'm not going to then take all that time that I waited for my lasagna to cook to then wait for it to cool down in the
That would
fridge.
be something. That would be something.
I would, Kevin, if I was doing that, I would genuinely be concerned for my well-being and would hope that you would call the proper authorities to take care of that.
You
Don't
could
do it, do it.
prep for the next day. That could be prepping, and then you eat
that
something
could be-
else.
That could work.
Yeah.
Oh.
Were there questions in the meantime?
Yeah, Twat. Oh, yes, I wanted to ask. So I'm showing your logo on the screen about the text in your logo. What is it?
Yes. Well, this is a quote from JoJo Bizarre Adventures, the anime, and I just really loved it. I can fully quote it because the B is covering half of it. It says, "Impossible. We did a lot of impossible things on this journey. I'm tired of hearing that things are impossible or useless. Those words mean nothing to us. Because if you don't try, it's not gonna happen."
I love it.
But those are the words. It is anime quotes. Again, nerdy. Hey. We love it.
Kevin, that's basically what I said last night, just way better put, right?
What?
Just
No.
a little callback inside joke.
For me, it went whoosh.
I asked him for advice on a video. Like, I didn't think it was gonna do well, and then he's like, "You won't know until you do it." And I was like,
Well,
"That does not
doesn't
help." Yeah, that's better put. Still doesn't help either.
Buddy, if I knew the answers, our podcast would be just absolutely doing big numbies. Our channels would be doing great, but unfortunately, I don't.
You don't know the answer to life?
No, it's 42.
42. There we go. Thank you.
What is
Voivode.
your character?
Favorite JoJo character? Rohan. Depends how you pronounce it. It has multiple ways. But he's a character. He is a mangaka in the story himself. The first episode, he's very strange, but he gets better. But he has the power to write in people like if they were a manga and change their knowledge or things about them. It's a very overpowered thing, but what he uses it for is just to understand things better and thus draw better. So he's like, you are an interesting person. Let me read everything about you, and now I'm going to use that to write my story.
Very cool.
Yeah. They have like all powers, different powers in the anime.
Now I have a question. As you stated, you're not like a big anime watcher.
Yeah.
Neither am I, but I still enjoy it from time to time. But from the true anime watchers, I get a lot of hate for this. Do you watch it in sub or dub?
I watch it in dub. Because I have to crochet or do something else in the meanwhile, and then I can't read the subtitles. Oh, Mama Nita's back. I answered your question a while back. Don't know if you called it, but yeah, I am a person who watches it in dub, and then Boris is like watching something in sub, and then I come enjoy it and like, can you put it in dub?
When I first tried to get into Naruto when I was living with my brother, he would come downstairs and be like, "Oh, this is burning my ears. This is so bad." And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And he was like, no, you told me to watch Naruto." And he goes, "Yeah, but not in dub. Not in dub. You have to watch it in sub." It's like,
I do agree that some of the voice acting is not as well done as in the original language. I just am not in the mood to read when I'm watching the show.
yeah. Sometimes it's needed. Like,
Yeah,
I still
no,
have subtitles on, but
sometimes I watch moments back, like moments I found really cool to hear them in the original voices to see how that emotion comes over and that kind of stuff.
that's true. I've seen clips from animes in sub that the emotion is way more portrayed way better than it is in the dub English version. So
They can sound way more dramatic too. Like when you are just a sad moment and you're talking in Japanese, you're like, "Whoa, this is so dramatic," and then you hear what they're saying, like, "Oh, no." Like when I hear Dutch, and when people are trying to say something very cool in Dutch, I'm like, no, back to English, it sounds cool. But that's just because I prefer English in general. I don't know why. I just think it sounds better.
Well, speaking
now,
of,
go ahead.
No, go ahead. I have a question after
Rock,
you.
paper, scissors. Rock,
I
paper,
have a question. I have a question about Dutch.
Yeah.
Gonna be a very ignorant American here.
Always good to ask questions.
Is it close to German at all? Like, does it
like Spanish is to Italian? It's two different languages, but a German and a Dutch person, if they talk their own language, they can follow what the other is saying. Like words are very similar, yes.
And you use a lot of the same sounds too, correct? Like a lot of
German sounds angry,
pronunciations
in my opinion.
Oh yeah.
And we use the G sound, which sounds like you're choking.
Okay.
Like one funny thing I always talk with people about is when teacher was saying, like, you know the artist Van Gogh? It's a Dutch artist, and teacher was like, "No, he pronounces it as Van Gogh," and then the Dutch person in the corner is like, "Van Gogh." It just sounds like you're just. It's very funny. It's not a fancy name. It's like your throat should hurt.
Yeah, that sounds like you're just trying to hawk up a loogie, trying to clear your throat a little bit there.
Yeah, that's the Dutch sound.
I took German in high school and have always found the Netherlands very fascinating. I really love how green it is, and typically the small, like how cool the small communities are and stuff like that. And so I remember their language vaguely sounding like German, but I thought it would be in the way where it's like they sound similar, but I mean, you're not gonna be speaking the same words. You're just using more of the same pronunciation of letters and combination of letters.
Words are often just a bit differently pronounced, but sometimes they're also just way weird. One joke we always make is that they always sound angry. So then you have the English word hospital, then you have the Dutch word ziekenhuis, and then you have the German word Krankenhaus. The butterfly is even worse. Butterfly. The Dutch is vlinder, and then the German is Schmetterling. And it just sounds like Dutch is
Watching.
surprisingly, yeah. Sorry, Boris says Dutch is surprisingly close to English too.
Oh,
We use like the Netherlands is a country where so many people speak English that if you just go here, don't worry, you're gonna
Yeah.
make it if you only speak English. That's not a problem. Like in Amsterdam, a lot of people only speak English, and it's like, wah. And then you talk to someone and like, yeah, my English is not very good, and then they just yes in a Dutch accent, but they just they're start talking English to you, and you're like, it's not good. Where?
Is it kind of like in certain parts of Canada where speaking French is like a lost art and the older generations are like upset at the younger generations that they're not continuing in learning the language?
I think they're not per se angry, but I do know the older generation doesn't know English as well as the younger ones. I know um, my grandparents, my mom speaks English well enough, and then she was showing like my grandparents my stream once. They're like here, this is what she does, and they were like, "What's she talking? I don't understand." They just can't speak English, so it is the younger generations that really speak English just very well nowadays, and it's like I don't know. I have friends I speak English with, even though we're both Dutch. It's
Hmm.
yeah. So if anyone comes to visit, if you ever want to visit, please let me know. We're gonna play Magic together. I'm gonna take you to some fun stores, but you can easily make it here in English.
Now, you said that, you do have friends that you speak just English to. Um, Here in Southern California, especially, we have something called Spanglish, where
Spanglish.
it's where it's a lot of Spanish speakers, but they mix in English words as well. So it's like kind of a mix. Is that similar in Dutch? You would say that you see a lot of like Dutch and English sentences, or just it's one or the other?
I do feel there is. I wouldn't say so from the top of my head, but like you can ask Twad when I chat with her. It's like English, Dutch, Dutch, English, English, Dutch, Dutch. Where's the English? Or halfway through a sentence, I'm like, I don't know how to make this sound good, and then I switch to English. Um,
Or like you
so
said, you may not know what the best English word would be, but you know the Dutch word that
I
they
also
would
have like
understand.
the other way around. I talk so
Okay.
much English nowadays that I'm just like, wait, what a thing is? What a thing is? My camera feels a bit hazy. I don't know why. It's getting very dark outside, and my window is like, it's dark out, so I'm like half lit, half dark. One thing I hate about the Dutch language is numbers, and I fully think we are wrong at this because you guys say, "What's a fun? Can you give a number? Just
42.
42. In Dutch, we say 240.
Say it backwards.
Yeah.
Why? Also, time. You guys do time. I just love it way much. You say 10:30. No, we say half an hour before 11. And then you have 50 minutes before half the hour before 11. Why? Why do we do that? I hate it.
Yeah. Do you guys do daylight savings in Netherlands where you change your time, your
Yeah.
clocks back? Okay. That's
I
something I
didn't know
can't.
it was called daylight savings, but yes.
Well, I mean, there's one that's daylight savings, and then the other one is something else. But
Yeah.
yeah, I
Needing to return it back, otherwise it doesn't work anymore.
yeah.
But yeah, we do that here as well. That's why we have in our time zone. I don't know what it's called from the top of my head, but when I chatted to you guys, like, hey, that late, that time zone, we add the S in for summertime, and if the S is gone, it's like 1 hour different.
Yeah. It's I
Oh, Twala
didn't
says we do that different at a different moment than the States. Okay.
That makes sense. You're in a different rotation
Yeah.
of the Earth.
No, it is. It is very true. If anyone has any more questions, by the way, feel free to yap. I have more
Feel
energy
free to
than I
honk.
thought I would have. It's 10 p.m. here, and I was like, I'm gonna be snooze. I'm gonna be so sleepy at this point, but I'm pretty good.
Yeah, we're starting this at the beginning of our day, where we're usually winding down. Kevin's just getting off work.
Weird.
I've edited a video 100 times and deleted it 5 times. Haven't even thought about a video yet today.
I was just happy this was possible because when I
Yes.
Oh, I'm so
stream, it was
stoked.
so finicky when I wanted to start to stream. So I usually start here at 1 p.m. And it is usually when you guys wake up for work because I stream on work days. So I
Yeah,
often have people hopping in on like on
Mm-hmm.
their routine before going to work. And I purposely chose that time because I feel like more people from different time zones. Because for Australia, it's like evening, and for you guys, it's morning. I really tried to pick a time that works, and you guys were like, okay, a podcast. I was like, how is this gonna work? The only thing I see working is in the weekends for me,
yeah.
late for you guys, midday.
Yep.
And I'm happy the first thing I gave worked. I was very amazed at
Mm-hmm.
that.
I mean, me and Kevin have been talking about having you as a guest since we started the podcast, and
Hmm.
it was in the hurdle of like, well, they're in a completely another country. Like, how
Mm-hmm.
are we gonna work this out? And unfortunately, we were like, like we'll figure out a way. Like, and what we just needed to do was ask.
Yep.
And so it's like we had a backup plan in case we had to plan it more in the future. But we're
Yeah.
glad we finally asked because it was way more simpler, and
Yes.
it
Yeah.
worked out very well. Because honestly, this is a better time for Kevin because he's not getting off work, trying
Hmm.
to eat and get the stream set up. So this has
Much better.
probably been much better for him to get ready. Like I said, I am just getting up and I haven't done my frustrating video edits yet. So this has been actually very, very good
Mm-hmm.
and very
It
fun.
does help, I think, that I knew the time zone-ish. I don't know specifically because in America there are also a few different ones, but I generally know, okay, my mornings are your midnights. So I could see like either this would work, but it is late for me, or I would need to wake up at 5 a.m. and that would be like evening, very late evening
Yeah.
for you guys. Those were the two options. I was like, this is the
Well,
only thing I think will
That's what we
work.
were thinking too. We were thinking, okay, we're gonna have to wake up really early in the morning to do it, or super late at night where it's gonna be your morning, and it's harder for you.
The
You don't want,
weekends.
yeah.
yeah.
I
Well, and
also
then
see, like
Kevin
Todd.
also the smallest time zone in the
Yeah.
United States.
And what?
You live in the smallest time zone in the United States.
I don't choose my time zones.
I know you
It's not like
don't,
I
but it's
chose
like
it.
it's just funny because people are like, "There's a Mountain Standard Time." It's like, yes, there's 4
Yep.
time zones. Like,
Yeah. I also love
MST.
to see that people in the chat like Todd's like it's past my bedtime, but I'm still here, and Yannick is like it's 11 p.m. I should be in
Finland.
bed. I'm
well,
happy you guys are here though.
It's also really
this is
cool
cool.
seeing everybody.
Yeah, we have people from Netherlands, Finland.
Post your
That's so cool.
country. I'm very curious. Post your country. I know from Yannick and Twad.
3 p.m. for
3
me.
p.m. for me. Go Mercy.
Now, this is something that a lot of us in the States are trying to do. Some of us got to do it at MagicCon. I know you're planning to go to MagicCon, but have you done any meetups with any creators from your area?
I don't know a lot of altar artists from
Yeah.
here. The Twad is now starting to alter. I want to meet her in person because she lives like on the other side of the Netherlands. Very sad. Like it's a small country. Here, 1 hour
Yeah.
drive is long for you guys. It's like a also cultural difference. No, the closest thing I can say was right when I started altering. There was a spotlight event in Utrecht. And there was a workshop for card altering, and there I met Shivan Alters.
Okay.
She is also very well known. She mainly does
Mhm.
card restoration, but also alters. And she gave the workshop. So I met her in person, but then I
Very
wasn't
cool.
an altruist yet. So I was like a person like, oh, I can learn. So not really. I
Hmm.
hope to, but I don't know too much creators. Oh, and at the Women in Magic event, there was Bert and a few others that sold altars, but they didn't know I was me because I didn't do
Yeah.
afterwards. I didn't have a face reveal yet because I was very uncomfortable with it, and then I was like, I'm just gonna do it, and I'm gonna stream with my cam on and get that over with because otherwise, when you get like more well known, you get this crazy face reveal
Hmm.
moment.
Yep.
And now at MagicCon, people will know who I am because I am probably gonna do a giveaway at the con, um, which I'm very hoping to set up. Like I'm gonna have like a cool card, a few
Hmm.
shitty ones, proxies, and a sticker, and then people can. I hope to set this up. No promises.
Yeah.
And then the people can roll the dice, and then how higher the number, how bigger the price you can pick.
That's cool.
That, I mean, Mythic was doing something very similar. She had her arcane signet uh,
Hmm.
proxy that she printed out of an altar she did, and she was handing those out. And she also had a book of altars she had done in case anybody was interested in purchasing or trading. But a lot of creators and mainly altar artists just left cards and tokens
Yeah.
on some of the play tables, and that was a good way for them to network and advertise and stuff like that too. So I highly recommend it if you are capable.
I love that. We'll for sure do. I want to make like proxies of the dragon that I
Yeah.
paint. I hope to repaint every year, and then also
Mm-hmm.
have like use it as a business card. So that is the
Yep.
proxy on one side, information on the other side. Um, because I'm going to change it every year, and I feel like it's a staple.
That that would be really cool for people to like collect it throughout the years too.
That'll
Yes,
be cool.
I want to send it with orders as well as like a little freebie. But I first have to find a company that I can work
Yeah.
with proxies because let's say the choices are not too big in Europe.
Yeah.
There are a few, but not too many, sadly.
Fortunately.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. But hey, the altar scene is growing here. But also one fun fact: people from America buy altars way more often. Like if I should look at my client base, it's like 20% Dutch and Europe, and the rest is all America.
I mean, I think we do probably have a bigger player base, but um, I mean, I don't know. I'm surprised that it's that unbalanced, I should say.
Um, Mainly, I don't know other countries, but Dutch people are very stingy. I don't know, stingy was not the right word. There was a better word. People
It's
corrected me on this.
money conscious or
Yeah, it's very like
economically responsible.
one joke we have for the Dutch, and I must say this is not fully true, but it's a funny way of explaining it. Twat also says Dutch are cheap. One funny thing is, for example, you order some fries, and people take a fry from it and eat it. You'll get added to the share of okay, yeah, you ate a fry. Here is the
Oh,
bill for a fry. Like they,
Wow.
oh,
this is like a very extreme example. But like, yeah, you took a sip of my drink. My drink was this expensive. You took that much, so that would be that. Yeah, we are very much. You ate from this.
oh.
You're gonna pay that part. Um,
So wait, so it's not like the restaurant noticing that you ate a fry off someone's plate. It's
no,
the
no, it's
person being like, "Hey,
the
you're gonna compensate me for that fry."
it's
Okay.
very much the culture. Boris says also very well. It's called tiki culture. We call it. We'll send you a tiki. That's
Tiki.
like a request to pay. Um, so we are very specific and very money conscious. So, like with Dutch people, I more often have like, yes, I can spend 50 for us it's euro a month on a card. So I give you 50 now and 50 next month. Or they are just like, this is very cool. I cannot spend that much money.
Mm.
Yeah.
But here in America, we're always like, "Oh yeah, like you know, you could pay me later or whatever," And then a lot of times, like, like, well, we don't want to send him a ticky, but then we go to our other friends and be like, dude, so and so still hasn't paid me for dinner the other night. And it's like, well, why don't you just ask them?
Yep.
We are haunting each other till we get the money back. But it's also the other way around. I have a friend, and we are there, and sometimes he orders pizza for us. And I'm like, send me a ticket. I want to pay back. And he's like, no. I'm like, no, I ate that. Here, take my money. Take my money. So it's also the other way. Not everyone's like this. Some people
Yeah.
are like, oh, yay, free pizza. Um, but it is usually you do something, you pay for it. And yeah, we don't spend way much money a lot of the times. Like, I feel like Dutch people in the chat, correct me if I'm wrong, but we also have very much a saving culture because we do have credit cards, but they're not used a lot. You have like the money you have is the money you have. And people are like, okay, I get this much a month, and I want to save up a quarter of it on my savings, and that part I can spend on that and that and that. They're very
Money
conscious on that,
conscious.
so that's
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong. You guys have like really, I mean, some people may not agree, but very well made um, time of leave for male and female when you're having a kid, correct?
Very well, very well. The male also gets a few weeks off even.
Well, I've heard like you could do. I mean, I could be wrong talking about different country,
Mhm.
but the man can take off a year of
It
work to
depends
help.
on the company, and
Hmm.
I've heard like where I work, there is now someone they're having a kid, but he's having twins, so he gets twice
Oh,
the leave.
but per
So he's like,
kid.
oh, I get that much weeks, and I get it again because two kids. But yeah,
That's
it
cool.
can be pretty long, but there's a certain amount that gets paid.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly what that is. I am not familiar with it, but we are generally sick leave is just you are sick, you get paid. Um, Depending on the boss, there are some, in my opinion, very nosy bosses. Like, what do you have? Are you better yet?
Mm.
Hmm.
When work time is done, it's done. You go home. A lot of those kinds of things.
Yeah, that was one thing cool at my old job is my owner gave us our sick time when we left the company. So whatever sick time we had accrued, if we didn't use it, it's like, hey, you accrued it. Like, you deserve to get paid for it. So I don't like the thing if you don't use it, you lose it. So they, but that's not a common thing here. Is if you accrue sick time and you leave a company, it's like, oh, well, your loss.
Oh
Yep.
wow,
a
it is
lot of
very.
people a lot of people who are leaving a job will try to take that time off and those sick days as much as possible just so they can get paid and not lose out on that money. So it's
Yeah,
like
Boris
very
corrected
important.
me on something. Like, we don't have sick days like you can. We don't have a limited amount of time. Just when you're sick, you are sick.
Yeah.
It's not a set amount of days.
It's really
Um,
cool.
yeah, they do. What I heard from a friend, he was very sick often. They do then come in and check, like, hey, you've been sick way more often than the average person.
Hmm.
What's going on? How can we help? Um, but they are just, you can just say, I am sick, and you are free, even if you have already been sick for, like, let's say, 4 times this week. That's a full week. Damn, I'm good at calculating. um, but yeah. Also, what I learned through talking with my American fan base is prices are way different between you guys and here. Like, I was yapping with some people, and like, yeah, I know gas prices are expensive over there. We're complaining a lot about gas prices nowadays. But yeah, we paid this amount. And it was like, that sounds expensive. But wait, how many liters fit into a gallon? And how many euros are a dollar? We pay $12 a gallon if you calculate it at the moment, and it's still rising. Then people talked about house price, and I'm like, that house for that money? Oh, so it is very expensive to live in. It's not fun.
Yeah.
It
Well,
sounds like.
but it varies so much here from state to state. I mean, obviously
Mhm.
we're a bigger country, but like that's something that, just the difference between my state of California and Oregon. There is a large sales tax here in California. There's no sales tax in Oregon. So we get
Mhm.
people all the time visiting California from Oregon for the first time, and it's like, something is 9.99, and when we go, it's like, all right, this is $10.76, and they're like, what? It says 9.99, and I go, unfortunately, here in California, we have sales tax.
Yeah.
Price go up.
Hmm.
Unfortunately, here in California, when you drink water out of our faucet, it tastes really bad, and we don't suggest it. When you go up to Oregon and you ask for a bottled water, people go, why don't you just grab a glass and go to the faucet? It's
Mhm.
just as good. So, it,
Very different. But like, I don't know who it was, but someone compared the size of the smallest state to the Netherlands, and the Netherlands could fit like 5 times, and I was like, whoa. I don't know for sure if that was it.
oh, that can't be true.
I'm not
I
sure.
gotta
I'm
look
not
this up
sure.
now.
Maybe it wasn't the smallest state or their state, but it was like, damn. Because can I ask? I don't know if this is a rude question or not, but what are average house prices? Just
It again
Depends on where
really
you're looking.
varies. Yeah. Um,
Right now, it's still high.
so like here in California, it's the highest cost of living
mhm.
state. So,
For like a
uh,
family home, what would you?
For Utah, it's six. Like I would say, 500,000 to 800,000 for a house.
um, so my child, I don't have much experience in the housing market
Mhm.
other than my childhood home we had to evaluate when my mom passed, and that was around 900,000,
Yeah.
and
And is
that's
that a
in
good house?
so it's a good house in a good neighborhood, but it's not
Mhm.
like there are way higher quality in my area. So where I would say, it's like median, like your average home in my city. Um, but again, the cost of living, property tax, and everything in my state is much different compared to Kevin's
Mhm.
state. So it's not
No,
only
fair.
just the cost of the house, but then all the expenses after much different. Where like down in Texas, property is really, really cheap. There's no income tax.
Mm.
But you pay higher prices on other things. So it's like there's a balance to every way, and each state has its preferred way of balancing it. But I mean, it's difficult.
No, but
I
those
mean,
prices seem a bit more comparable if you keep in mind that the dollar is worth. I always confuse things. A dollar is a bit more than a euro, if I have it correctly. Like 1 euro is 118
yeah, where it's
ish.
like we're like, yeah, it's like $1.18 compared to €1 or something like
Yeah.
that.
I always have to
Um,
keep it in mind that when you say a price, I'm like, okay, I should get a little
yeah,
lower.
but again, like, I mean,
Dollar is
we're
0.86 euros.
Yeah.
so it's also like since we're only spending really here, I think that's a lot different in Europe because when you travel, you're traveling to a lot more countries because it's not as far as travel because the countries are smaller, they're nearer to each other. So I feel like our dollar varies a lot more in our own state or our own country, which feels really
Yeah.
weird. Um, I don't know.
No, but I get that. What I never realized since I got into more this community and learn more about the culture, how big the states actually are. And I'm like, geez, if I wanted to drive to one side of the Netherlands to the other side, my whole country, 3 to 4 hours, and that's the long way. I can be in Germany in 40 minutes, 50 minutes drive, and I'm like,
Hmm.
what?
And
It's
going back to the country and state
yeah.
comparison, I looked up our smallest state, which is Rhode Island, which I was
Yeah.
like, when you said it's like Netherlands is 5 of those, it's not. 16
Okay.
Rhode Islands fit in the Netherlands. So,
Oh, okay. No, no,
but
great.
that's why I was like shocked because Rhode Island is absolutely tiny. It's like one giant freeway. You can get to the other side of the state in less
They
than
could have
30
maybe
minutes.
compared it with another state then. I just thought
Yeah.
they would check. Thank you
Well,
for the correction.
when you were like, I think your guys' small state, I was like, whoa, our small state is really small. Like the average state, I can say our average state is probably bigger than the Netherlands. Easy, yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for correcting me.
Like there's probably like 10 Netherlands in California.
Easy.
I hate California. It's too
We
big.
are a bit more closely built, as in like houses are very. Oh, we can fit houses. We. That's
Mhm.
why it's mainly in Amsterdam. You see like very slim, very tall houses.
Well, that's becoming a more common thing here in California. We're trying to add as much housing as we can possible here. It is awful. It's awful. It's a
Oh, I
big,
can
big thing
imagine.
going on in my city, especially because we're a coastal city and they're building all this they're calling it income friendly housing, but
Mm-hmm.
they have to meet a certain amount of units to get a state funded grant to
Yeah.
help with it. So they put some, but then they put higher quality above them, which block out all the views from the original homes
Oh.
in our city. So now it's like all these big corporations are building these quote unquote low income housing, but then are capitalizing on the higher income housing they're putting above it. So it's really stupid.
I feel that. I feel that. I'm trying to read what Boris is saying. We have a legendary.
Vatican City, that is technically, yep, yep.
Why am
It's
I
like
confused and I am Dutch?
so. He's saying that Vatican City is just a city, but it's considered its own country
Oh.
within a city of another country. It's like for us, Washington D.C. is
Hmm.
technically a district in a city of another state in our country. So
It is very weird.
we just want to be cool like the Europe.
Hmm.
But be cool. We can be cool like each other. More fun stuff. I feel like that's the thing the internet is doing a lot. It's like it's closing the gap on a lot of knowledge and connections. Like, how would I chat with you guys if it were not for the amazingness that is the internet?
Yeah.
Um, like when I talked to my grandparents, they only knew people in their village. And like, I can't even imagine that all my friends live like either on the other side of the Netherlands, Heidwad, or like the other side of the world. Like, how does that work? It's very fun, but also when you think about it, it's like, whoa.
Well, it's cool because people like us can make that connection, but I also think it is taking away from that small community connection.
Yeah.
Like you mean I don't know what it's like growing up in the Netherlands or what it's like growing up now, but when I was a kid, it was, "Hey mom, I'm going outside to go play with my friends." And they're like, "Okay, we'll just be home before the streetlights come on," kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I would go to my friend's house and I wouldn't have to like ask for permission. I could just walk there. I could walk up to the grocery store. But now it's
Yeah.
like you have to call, you have to ask for permission. You're just texting your buddy who's at his house down the street or playing Fortnite online instead of going outside and hanging out with them and walking to a friend's house, knocking on the door, going, "Is
Yeah.
Christopher home? Can he play?"
Hmm.
Sometimes I see mothers and children in their home chatting with each other, like messaging like, "Hey, dinner is done," instead of just saying, "Hey, dinner is done."
Hmm.
So yeah, I fully understand. I love, by the way, you gave me really a flashback of my youth where you said like go back home when the streetlights go on.
Yep.
I love that. And by the way, hi MTG Chef. I love seeing all these people
Jeff.
here. But yeah, it is really weird. It is really weird. It opens up new opportunities, but it also closes down some.
And you know, Chef did say, you know, people don't go hang out in a community anymore, but I also think there is a lot more attention being brought to that, and
Hmm.
people are making an effort to build a community in some kind of way. Like, you know, it is hard um, to do a lot of community events if there's not a lot going on, but I think us, you guys as an altar community, you know, we're very hand in hand as a community. But the stuff that we kind of do to make us feel a part of something is still really cool. So
No, for real, for real. I do wish I could meet you guys easier though. Like Corey and Bode and all were like, we need to get tacos together. It's like I wish. Like I've been to America a few times, but that was when I still was allowed to go with my parents on their holiday.
mhm.
And then again, I love my father. He's a little crazy sometimes. We were visiting Canada. We were visiting Canada and we were driving there and he was like, "Yeah, let's make a quick pit stop in New York." And I was like, "What? Okay." And then we were in New York, like New York City. I was like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
But it's fun. I have been there, but now it's when you are on your own and you have to need your own funds, and you're like, oh, that's expensive. Especially flight prices have gone up lately a
Yeah.
lot. And I'm like, I want to have you guys over at Magic Con Amsterdam, but that's also way too expensive.
I wish Amsterdam is on my bucket list of cities to visit. And when I saw MagicCon was there, I was like, oh, maybe. And then I was just like, no, realistically, that's just not possible.
In the future, because
Hmm.
it is there every so often. So
Yeah,
please
You have to
do.
let's
Please
plan it
do.
out.
I'm gonna go every year now. What
maybe
did you say, Rick?
one day, Wizards of the Coast will invite us.
Mm,
Yes. Yes. I hope so. I hope
that'd be
so.
awesome.
You should apply
Creator
for
badge
a
is
creator
different.
badge.
I did. I got denied.
Mm.
Hey, I
That's
almost
okay.
applied for Atlanta and with no actual intention of going, just to see.
I love that. No, I applied, but that was right before my growth started happening. So I don't
Mhm.
know if in the future it will happen. I was like at 300 Instagram followers. TikTok, I feel like they never take really seriously. So it was like, hey, I make art on cards. Can I please? It was like, yeah, will happen
Mhm.
later. I'm still gonna have fun. Hopefully, if I have Wi-Fi there, I will try to do some streaming on TikTok.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, then you guys can also get the vibe.
Yeah.
But also, there is so much to do at MagicCon. Like, have you been to one before?
Nope, never before. But Amsterdam is it's still big. It's
Hmm.
still a big MagicCon, but I feel like what I heard from Vegas, I don't know if it's gonna get that big.
Well, this was the biggest in, I think, their history, they said.
Hmm.
But I think, I mean, I'm just going to say to Kevin too, but allowing yourself to enjoy the experience as just a first time participant in going and not trying to make it all about content is probably the better way to do it, just because it's your first time going and you should go there to enjoy it because you are paying to have an experience. So you should have the experience you want and shouldn't be held back by just trying to do stuff for your channel.
Thank you for the advice. I will keep it in mind. I still really want to stream, but I'm probably just gonna
Yeah.
say, hey, until that time, I'm just gonna have fun, and then I can think a bit of, because I love streaming. I love chatting with you guys and sharing that experience as well. I'm just excited, but I'm going all 3 days, so there are enough opportunities.
Merch lines are no joke. Get there early if you want merch.
Check. Thank you. I want the Dutch shirt. It's so funny. There's like windmills on it and
That's
everything.
awesome.
Mm.
It's for a Dutch person. It's so weird to wear, but I was like, yeah,
I love that.
this is fun.
Well, I know it's getting pretty late for you. Do we have any more questions in the chat we've missed at all, guys?
Or a quick last question. I didn't see any new questions come by, I think. I'm still able to hang for 20 minutes, and that's my hard limit because then it's 11.
Well, I know you said you'd like to get off by 10. You don't mind going a little bit later, but we've
Yeah.
gone a bit later, so I just wanted to be a little bit mindful of that.
Thank you, thank you. No, it is weekend, so
Fine.
I don't have to wake up early tomorrow. But I was mainly afraid that at like normally at 10, because my usual sleep schedule is that I go to bed at 10. Was like I was so afraid at this point. I was like, no.
Yeah.
Outwad is also gonna go to bed.
Right, Todd?
And Boris says,
Bye, squad.
How is life, Boris? What's the meaning of life? No, it's going good. I had a fun day.
Mine's normally 10.
Yeah, so also 1.5 hour later. And you wake up early. Twad always wakes up around the same time, so you should get into bed. Always a thing when we join each other's streams, like go to bed, go sleep, please now go to bed. Especially when I wake up. Sometimes I wake up a bit early and then it's 7 a.m. and then I can catch like the end of your stream, for example. And like, why are you still alive? Why are you still awake? Cat mainly is then still alive, Rin altered, till my afternoon, and then I'm like, there's when I woke up it was already past midnight. What are you doing?
Rin gets me all the time with the possum hour. Like I said, I'll be trying to go to bed and I'll open up TikTok and I'll see Rin on live and I'll hop in and then I'm sitting there chatting with Rin. I'm like, I need to be going to bed.
For me, I am so happy because I just wake up with a live stream and I'm like, yeah.
There you go.
She is the only one I can catch consistently. And for you, I don't think that I caught any of your streams yet, Mixed, because I don't know if you stay up very late.
No.
No, but
Nope.
The only time Kevin does really a late live is if we're gaming together or doing the podcast. Usually, if he's doing a live, he does it early afternoon on the weekends.
Yeah, I honestly haven't gone live in a while, and I don't know. I haven't been in the mood lately.
Well, you're also doing the D&D battles when you were going live too, and so that just created a whole lot of work. So
yeah,
I understand, why it's been a while.
Kind of felt like just burnt out overall total. A lot, so kind of stepping back a little bit.
Take care of yourself, because when you hit a burnout and really hit a burnout, it's so difficult to recover. And it takes so much time. And then you want to step back into it again, and it's like, nope, don't yet. You need more time.
Yeah.
So I am proud that you do take your time.
Thank you.
I already notice it now. No, I don't think there are any questions at the moment anymore. I feel like all people are either going to bed on my end or
people on the weekends finally getting their days ready to go and getting stuff to do, and people in Europe finally going to bed like, oh, I need to go to sleep.
I'm going to sleep well tonight. I know that for sure.
Good.
Well,
I want to show how dark it is now. Why?
Goodness.
TM, I appreciate you so much for joining us. Honestly, like we said, we've been wanting to get this set up for a while, and we apologize for it being later. And thank you again for making it easy enough to schedule and find a time that works for the both of us. You are an amazing artist, and again, I'm sorry that you've gone through what you've gone through on this app. If for those who are looking to hang out with TM live, you can go find them on the Purple app and go hang out and honk your way over there and have all the fun over there. They still post here, so make sure you're following them on here as well. If you missed a majority of this podcast and want to go back and watch parts, it will get posted eventually on Mixed Gaming 190's YouTube channel, so you can check it out later there. If you missed any other episodes, those are up on that channel as well.
Yep.
Thank you all so much too. I've had so much fun talking to you guys. You're amazing people.
Thank
you for setting this up.
Of course. Thank you so much. It's like we talked about, or like you said in the beginning, the crossing like ships in the night, actually being able to talk to you and not stress about time, us going anywhere. It was really nice, and it was awesome to learn more about you. So thank you.
Thank you so much.
Well, thank you guys for being here, hanging out with us. We will see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.